Yo, what up, chat? How we doing? Good evening, everybody. You ready, Grim?
Whatever you are.
Wait, you said you are ready? I can't hear you. You're like really muffled.
Hold on a minute.
Mm.
Try it now.
Okay, there you go. All right, I just invited you again. Is it not letting you join?
1 minute.
Okay. I thought it was like messing up or something. There we go. He's waiting for my party to become open. It is open. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Good evening, everybody.
I've gone in DG's Twitch chat to get Tyler if you want. See if he joins.
Yeah, I tried messaging him.
No, he said no, he's not playing tonight.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We'll get randoms. Not a big deal. Chat, what's up, everybody? Good evening. How we doing tonight? Appreciate you stopping by. I tried messaging Georgina. I don't know. She may be sleeping, though. What up, chat? Everybody, how we doing tonight? Appreciate you stopping by. If you could, please make sure to hit the like for me. It really helps out a lot. Also, look, know what's going on, everybody. We got 9 people. No one's talking. How you guys all doing tonight? You don't have to just look at my beautiful face. You could say hello, too.
Hello!
China. Yo, what up, Zenito? How you doing tonight? Yeah, we're gonna do a casual match for this one just because my game messes up first game, so that way it won't mess up down a regular game.
Just killed the bot and he dropped 4 grams of it. And he needed a lot of the point.
Yeah, that boy got dough. We got lowered up.
Well, I actually thought he was a bot. He was the best player, I'll tell you.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead, he's dead.
I tried to put a mine on his foot.
Oh, bitch. Why is my latency so high? Here's my money. Good.
Oh, that's where you were.
You good play? You're from Brazil? That's awesome, bro. What's the weather like in Brazil right now?
Ah, I can't see.
Kobe! Jump shot! Oh, that was off. How you doing tonight, guys?
How you doing? You know the bomb.
Shit. You play Call of Duty too? Nice, dude. What do you play Call of Duty? What do you play, like Warzone? Do you play multiplayer? Do you play the campaign? What exactly do you play when you play Call of Duty? When you play Call of Duty?
What about the way you're running, Ian?
You fucker. I'm gonna spot that her down here.
Why not really be spotted? Well, yeah.
Wait. Very full quick scooter. What's that mean? What?
He was mine.
Wait, where's that? I heard
Not
some.
me.
Dude, this game's so lame sometimes. How did you get me, bro? Okay, I got you. How did you get your 11? Okay. How are you in my chat if you're 11? Because my privacy is set to 18 plus. That doesn't make any sense.
The boo-boo. I just gonna load. The universe. Look me on this wall. I'm dead. Heading straight to the bar station. Ever me going? Go quickly buy a UAV.
What?
Putting on the building itself. Yeah, sure.
Beautiful.
What's the limit to buy? Oh, nice.
Hey, team on the bridge over here.
Yeah, no, we just have with the new guys. What? Next time I'm out of there. You right on my head, dude. I'm coming in behind you. Somebody over here hiding, I don't know where they are. Ah, there they are. Outside. White in the building.
They're across. In the bridge.
Oh, oh, here's foot on my left. You can break the crack. I'm being shot somewhere near you.
He was just over here a second ago. Behind us.
Like,
Yep, they're behind. He got. I didn't even hear him. How do I not hear this guy?
oh, wow.
Wasn't even that good either. GG's. Bye. I go to sleep. All right, bro. Have a good night. I appreciate you.
No idea where that third guy was. He was just hiding like, somewhere in the gap.
All right, GG's. Let's go do a regular.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. How we doing tonight? What's going on?
It didn't look like it. Art was in his element too. It was now time for Art to grab solo shots of Sunny.
Good job, those looked great. Can I get you anything? No. No, you okay? Hang tight, I'll finish up the shot and then...
You're 11, I'm 12. I'm 12.
I'm from China.
And then the next second it changed. Like,
Yo, you guys got mics?
Humbo.
Lumber? Alright, let's get it. I'm going backside.
What'd you say, gangster?
I'm going to the backside of the lumber.
I barely can.
The guy that marks lumber actually marks over near me.
What
I'm
did you
no
say?
way near you. I am dead out
There
the
we go. I
sky.
can hear you better. I couldn't hear shit you were
But that
saying.
is
It
so
sounded like you had your
perfect.
mouth up to your mic.
Oh, you're good.
I'm being shot where I shouldn't be shot. There's some tough people on that boat. I need a gun.
Oh my god, I didn't see all. There's 3 of you down here? Oh, fucking team.
Oh,
Jesus, I only saw the one. What up,
it didn't help when I lost my fingers from a bot, from literally a very sus person who shot me out the sky with a pistol. But he was landed nowhere near me.
I believe our teammates. What's that? Let's go rebirth.
I do, because he marked train station. I went for train station. Next minute, I know you're all at lumber.
Good evening, chat. How we doing? What's going on? I look at my fucking shit. Oh, we only got one other person with us. You got a microphone? Alright, let's just follow him, I guess. I don't know where he's going, but whatever. Every dude just jumps. Alright. Stubby!
Again.
Get the fuck out. You're such a bitch, dude. You're so lame. I fucking... Oh my god, dude. It's so fucking corny. Literally slid and put this dude in the finishing move and his fucking bitch ass teammate lands in. Fuck out of here, bro. This fucking...
You're getting down with the buggy and watching you getting stuff from this man. Stuff from this guy.
Dude, I'm literally pushing the button to pull my chute, and it's just not pulling. I just don't... This game just doesn't make sense sometimes, bro. I'm literally pushing the button to pull my chute, and it just doesn't pull. Get it, dude. GDK.
check.
Grandmother's getting smoked. We're going to the other tower.
What if you come up crazy there?
Wait, what? Who the fuck's shooting?
Maybe.
Someone's like, I keep hearing somebody taking shots. Who the hell shot me? Hold on. I got hit by somebody. Who the? Oh, he's in the window.
I know.
What? Is he on the roof? Oh, he's on the roof.
Hey, napalm.
I see you shoot. I'm getting shot. I'm thinking it's you shooting at me.
Oh, no.
God darn it.
Alright.
Don't worry about me, bro. This game's just annoying me right now.
Yeah. Right, you've got his load out actually, bird.
Hold on. Wait a second. Guy landed right by you. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
That again? Oh, he's trying making your name.
Let me see. We almost got enough.
One's right underneath me.
Oh shit. I thought I had one of those things.
We didn't run in a second ago. And he's shooting in the distance.
Yeah. We almost got Lodi.
I found him. Oh, he's inside. Bottom prison. Not come up yet.
Let me get your money, Grim. We'll get us load up. God, bro,
Don't
this
wait,
game
you
is
where from?
so weird, bro. Alright, dude.
Well. He's cracked.
There's more. Yeah, they're still up top and shit. Right on me. Damn, bro. You got 6 kills, I got 0. I haven't been able to do shit.
Well, I need ammo. Where's his boyfriend gone? Oh, he needs to reload! He's not good, he's not good, he's not a good player. Nice. I nearly killed him while I had like 4 bullets.
Gotcha, gotcha.
That would go. Oh, you bird if you want it, or do you want to
My
just camp it
game is
out?
fucking just rubber banding, bro. What is it?
I'm not stuck.
I'm in the tunnel. There's a selfie right there, Grim.
They can hear you in game chat, they're right above us.
I'm going. Which way are you going? That way?
Yeah. I'm gonna go round. That kid looks not good. Dead. Hit a few shots on him, up top. Do you, bud?
These dudes are so fucking gay, bro. Like, yeah, let's put a precision on him because we can't stop him because he keeps sniping us in the fucking head. So yeah, let's just put the precision up there. Alright, cool. Fuck, dude. Stupid shit. What up, chat? How we doing?
Your stream still live?
This is retarded, bro.
Has your stream come off?
Huh? What happened?
No, I was saying, is your stream still live?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still alive.
Because mine's messed up because I had yours on and Josh's on. I think Josh's died. And it's a... There you go. I can see you on.
What up, everybody? I stand in the way. Nice. Let's go research. You guys got mics? Did they? Yeah, they don't. One of them. I know it is. Dude, grab the fucking shit. We almost got it. We got it. Buy station. Here, bro. Take... What the hell? Give me the money. 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 Go. China.
I know.
We all still got selfies, yeah.
Looking down in lumber.
Cracked up everything. Guy got a train right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
See that guy that just landed in where we came from? He just landed in right here.
Car over here.
Oh, I just knocked him out the car. What a fucking shot, baby! What a fucking shot, baby! What up, Dream Machine? Bro, I literally lined that up perfect and just waited.
Taking it back to me.
Where'd this guy go? Did he go up?
I don't know. A couple of feet.
I don't know where this guy went.
Okay.
What the?
Full squad on me.
Full squad on you?
Yeah. You're all running the other way. They're running away. This side.
Bro, I always lose people. Got rid of the most wanted.
Hello.
I'm not
Hello.
ready. What happened, bro?
So free about it.
Hold on. Dude, where did you come from? Come on. Oh, this is sick. Mr. Bill going to China, or does he live in China? He just loves China. What are you doing, Gene Machine?
Let him fucking bleed out.
Yeah, I'm going below the... Oh, shit, no, I'm not.
Oh, he's not safe.
Yep, well, that's not safe. Let's go,
We've been camping later. I got 3 of them dead before. And this fucking tape guy decides, I know what, I can see 3 people doing it. I'll run the other way.
Hold on 1 second. Shh, let me listen. Just relaxing. Okay, Gene. Watch out, there's people on us. Dumbass. You get all that bread. Why is my latency so high? I don't understand it. Above you guys, above, on the roof. Oh, shit. Grabbing his play box. Where are we looking?
With a full team in my head. Yeah.
I want this instead. No, Graham, where you at? We're back here, Grammy. Where you at?
Well, for some reason, you're running out of space.
I
Instead of
can't.
looking at the
Hold on.
fucking ring. This it's right as a fucking plate. Looking at people, shooting it, he's running up the fucking.
Graham, I'm gonna try and get you back here in a second. I don't know if it's gonna work.
We've got a team here. One team there, one team there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so one team is green, one team by that car. Further.
Dude, how? What? I didn't even see him. I knocked two of them. That's such bullshit, bro. That's such fucking bullshit. I thought he was... Oh my god, this game is so corny sometimes. I swear I seen his body go out the fence. Yeah, it's just me and Graham tonight, Gene, and then two randoms. Come on, I'm going to tackle my damn bedroom. Yeah, let's go, Gene. Dude, I had those dudes. I don't understand this. I'm such an idiot. I swear, when I knocked him, his body flew behind the fence for some reason. Fuck. That would have been such a good fucking play, too.
Man, I had three of them in the first place, and then the people I ran up to them, and then ran up.
Sucks.
That was the first.
Yeah. But
You know what we should try to do, but
what?
you can get into DG while we at the same time.
If he's hosting, it's definitely possible. It just depends on if he's hosting or not. Hold on.
I'll ask you.
Yo, you guys got mics? No. Doesn't seem like it. Let's go chemical. Got at least one squad with us. Fuck.
Oh, what? He's literally one. Be 4v1. Go on it again.
Two different teams. I killed one.
Good one.
No, it's not two different teams. Why was he shooting at his teammates? Hey, we got loadout money. Nope, they're on the roof. Fuck! Where are they? Oh, yeah. Why didn't that first shot hit? I don't understand. Graham, I can't hear you.
Game chat, I've muted myself.
You're really muffled.
What the why?
There you go. That sounds better. I think. Say something. Dude, what? What? Just to do it. I didn't even think he was really cheating. But he's getting reported now, you son of a bitch. Stay alive, one-eyed Willie. Holy shit. There was a guy just laying up here and I just fucking shot. That's a good play.
All I can hear is bloody footsteps right now. My audio is absolutely...
Wait, you get your audio's fucked up?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Oh
that?
no, look, there's two people camping the roof. I was like, all I can hear are footsteps. There's 3 people camping the roof. First time I've landed, I left the building and I'm instantly dead.
Jeez, dude, as soon as I go to jump down, fucking 2 people land on the fucking thing. It's fucking weird, man.
Come on back. Where's shall we land?
This game is weird.
Weird, fuck me, this game's a mess. I
Jesus.
just got sniped in the air.
Man, you gotta wait. No. You gotta just.
Oh, I'm getting, I got sniped twice mid-air.
Yeah, it's fucking
Like
ridiculous.
that one. Never had teammates literally watching you get shot and then just staring at the body like, what's going on here?
Maggots. Let's see if anybody's on.
See if I can sort this audio out.
Oh, he's playing hardcore search and destroy.
Is that a bit better for you?
What?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's cool.
Josh is now party leader.
Let's see.
I think he is anyway. Microphone out, Dad?
but love is a thrill.
Oh shit, it's not going to, I don't think.
152. Let's go to play down. I don't even think this lobby's going to. He's going down, he's going up.
I know, yeah, we're gonna leave. We'll start another one.
He changed over to the thingy. He went into Haven, Jock started at the same time, he went into Rebirth.
That's funny. Let's see. Little biatch. What up, chat? How we doing tonight? You guys got mics? Let's go, Stronghold.
One of them was not playing.
I killed his teammate.
Stand up. Where are you all?
I think that's Bam's.
No one's even. Oh,
Fuck that
everyone's
dude.
dead.
I reported that dude.
I don't know what's going on with one of our teammates. He's just constantly killing himself.
That sucked, dude.
All I had was a rocket, and you press fire, it doesn't fire. You've got to hold the fire to do it. It's crap. Got a teammate that's killing himself.
What kind of lobby did we just get in?
These lobbies tonight. Blind. Ow, what is Pete doing again? Pink is actually, oh, now he's season. Where are we all?
Fuck off, fucking maggots. There we go. They're the fucking greatest in the fucking world.
But every place I'm landing, there's a team.
These dudes.
Okay, I'm gonna land on the boat. No one ever puts himself.
Fucking sucking maggots, bro.
Hold on, probably gonna land nowhere near us.
Yeah,
Pink. My license is all over the place.
I got dough.
Yellow's finally playing.
Jesus, dude. Watch me. There's two people on me.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere, bro.
You know what I mean? The team are here, and then they've run.
Sending it now for everybody in this lobby just because I'm fucking irked.
I'll pick Nick's loadout anyway.
You what?
Got it, got you dead. Sniper aiming at me.
Where is he?
Green, literally where Pink Penguin. Again, what is everybody doing? How many people were on that bridge then?
Suck that fucking cock. Kind of weird ass names are these? 808J Dot. What kind of name is that? You fucking nerd. These 808J Dots. What? How is it still going? Doesn't even make sense, bro. It went like 6 fucking times already. This shit don't make no sense.
Just killed the guy. We're getting 30 to 40 seconds respawn timer. I just killed him. And he's
No,
back already.
I'm glad we're out that lobby, bro. That was a hacker lobby.
Yeah, I know, because I killed a guy.
That dude, well, that dude Bams is like I'm pretty sure that was him. That dude's like he's a hacker. He acts like he's not, but he got in trouble for it, so he's definitely a hacker. Good evening, everybody. How we doing? Be right back. Gotta use the restroom. You guys got mics? They're both level 1s. One has a TikTok in his name. Let's go where they're going. What the fuck? There's a thing right here.
He just pulled up in a car right next to us. There's a guy in this building in a car, by the way.
He's in the building? Or he's on the building, you said?
He's in the building, he's taking me in a car. He drove his car.
Bitch.
I need a gun to shoot.
Fuck you guys, dude! I killed 2 of them. What? See, man, when people look at me, center me perfect like that, bro, they get reported. Because it just means me that I'm pretty sure they're cheating. You can't center perfect like that.
Oh my
dead?
god.
You stay alive.
Was that pea shooter that I shot him with? I was point blank range next to a guy with an LMG. I shot him like 3 times. He wasn't even breaking. Right, let's get some proper guns and ammo.
I think somebody's here.
That's nicer. So if anyone's there, it's good. The gun that I only can find. We're at the buy station. Oh,
One shot,
wow.
he's one shot. Fuck, man.
Yeah,
insane.
he was one shot. I got one 2 teammates landing on my head.
I understand how I didn't kill that guy, wow. Fucking insane.
What's going on? What the hell's going on?
Okay.
Oh, wow, of course you knew I was there.
Yo, SLB, brother, what's going on? How you doing tonight, bro?
We all landed. Oh, on the loadout. There's 2 people landing cold. Oh, that's good enough. You know it's to me.
Yeah! Why do I always fuck that up? Damn it, I fucking shit on this guy too. Delfino! Good, man, I want to play COD, but at the same time, I don't want to deal with hackers tonight. You're more than willing to jump on with us, SOB. We got room for 2. So if you want to jump on, let me know. You can jump on with us.
I have to in a minute.
Wait. Grim, where you at?
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, he's not.
He's not kind of shit. Damn, dude. What the fuck every time? Like, bro, let me just fight. The whole team on trains on that little I forget what that coal depot.
I'm being stuck when I look the last time. Ah, that would do. It's way away. Is it?
Suck. No. Give a fuck about this. I don't want to play this game no more.
Come back in on you guys, try and nab someone's loadout.
God, I hate this game sometimes, bro. No.
Oh, behind me, of course, just as I'm...
China. Chat, they sent him back, they sent Grim back to China.
in there.
They sent Grim back to China.
China.
I'm fire on Titan one bird, I'll see his knuckles right after this game, it's near the end.
You just cut out completely a little bit, Grim. What'd you say?
Just hang fire for 1 minute.
Oh, hang tight for 1 minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready. No. Listen to some music, chat. What do you guys think? Wait, what the hell? What the hell's going on? Why is my fucking shit not working?
Yeah, go in DG's Discord.
Alright, hold on 1 second. Give me, yeah, I just got that. What the fuck is going on? Hola.
What's up, dude?
What up, dogs?
Dude, I'm only on for like 1 or 2 more.
That's cool. I'm only playing a few more myself.
I do like 2 casuals. End it off. Shit's been sweaty.
We just got in a fucking match
Wait,
with
no.
Bams.
I don't know, it's
He's on YouTube. He has like 1 million subscribers.
nice.
Oh, fuck him. He's a cheater.
Okay. Okay. Sounded like you was a badge of honor. You're like, no, fuck yeah.
No, it was one of them lobbies. Kind of felt like a hacker lobby.
Gotcha.
I gotta edit the damn. What the hell was that?
I don't know. It was loud.
China.
China.
Is there a guy?
Oh, how did he get me?
Let's see him.
Yeah, that's him now. Oh, he shot a fucking rocket at me.
Up top.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's run up. Another guy coming in. Got him.
Dropping ammo here.
You got one more there.
Gotcha, bitch.
Money on by.
Yeah, load up. Give me cash.
Bye.
Let me out. Is that a real team? You got a real team on you, Bacon?
Yeah, Will does. He's
I guess I'm talking.
Crazy.
Oh my god! I broke my legs! That's right there too. I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Where?
Or do you
Like right by the water tower. Towards the building.
I killed one. I think he was a bot.
He's done.
Don't touch me. Please touch me.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Please touch me.
I killed that guy that got you.
I'll lick your toes, easy.
It just happens to go
Someone's
all the way over
firing.
there.
Behind us, where we came from.
Hey, yeah, where the loadout land. Naughty, naughty boy.
What?
Broke up the coal mines. Hello, us?
Hey, bud. How's your day going? I missed you. I just wanted to see you so I could say hi. You gonna say hi back or what, bro? Or are you just gonna be a fucking
Is there
douchebag
a-
your whole life?
Where?
The guy I just killed was real. Oh shit, two right here. I literally.
Stop.
There's a real player to our right. There's a checkpoint. Yeah, there's two players to the right. Nice. Hello?
Hello.
Yep. He's dead. His boyfriend's coming. Two down. Yeah.
Bridge. That's you. Behind me! Oh, I love you.
I got you.
We got,
Both your toes.
he just went straight into Josh.
Spiked his ass.
You dip your toes in chicken noodle soup.
Whoa. What?
Here.
I think I heard you. You said, I think you said, whoa.
Or not.
Alright, I guess I'm back. My fucking internet lagged out for a second.
It's 2 real teams down out of however many.
He's so
Sorry,
lucky. Bird's gone?
Yeah, I'm rejoining.
Damn it, they're on the roof. Better. That's it.
Good evening, everybody. How we doing? I'm coming back in. Okay, yeah, I'm coming back in 9 seconds. No? I'm back. Okay.
I'm gonna get up the grill.
I'm gonna go get my load out.
Another real squad down.
Careful, bacon. They're down there.
Yeah, it's something.
I mean, I literally passed the money. This game fucking kills me sometimes, dude.
Right.
Like, I'll literally run over money or run over plates, and it just won't grab it.
I have eyes on one team.
Nice, nice,
Maybe
nice.
Top of the bank.
And it is a real team. The last one.
Yeah, he's on top of the bank. He's looking at me. You get
I'm
him?
gonna watch this back,
Yeah, yes,
Nathan.
I got it. I'm right. Right station.
He's on back.
I did
It's
get
not back.
squad white.
Looks like they only got one of them.
I said right.
I am. I'm just gonna sit on it. I might actually let him buy back. And get it back again.
You're not buying back, buddy.
Oh, he did.
Hello.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, deliberately let him buy back.
33. Inside.
Just ignore that. Don't watch that kill cam.
Yeah.
Just ignore that. Just ignore that.
I'm back for the win,
That's funny.
chat.
I wanted to sneak up on it first and I got excited. Spray and pray instead. I didn't want to wait.
Whatever works, works.
I like it. Do one more.
Oh, 1 minute, Josh.
Okay.
We need bird.
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah, because I got kicked. I gotta rejoin you guys. Say, bro, what up, Elise?
That's
What?
crazy.
What am I saying, bro? Say bro. You said bro. You mean bro like B-R-O? Or B-R-U-H like bruh. 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 How do we have a fifth person on our team?
It's funny because you muted, but because you rejoined, your in-game mic was on.
Oh,
So I can hear you.
that's funny.
You're like, bro.
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 He said say bro. Bro. He said say bro. Bro. I don't get it. I said it and I said, oh, yeah. We love you.
My TV just turned on. Sounds great.
Where we going? Lumber.
China. Oh, bird and bacon are invisible for me.
Crazy.
I only see 2 people, but four colours.
Crazy.
Coming out.
Get quick scripted. Hey, Bucko.
Yeah, Lottie.
Okay. Money up. Oh, freeze. Do-do-do. You see me hit that guy with a headshot just now, Grim?
No.
As soon as we came out around the corner, that guy that we were both running at, I just smacked him in the head.
Right, UAV.
You want to bring my money over?
Sorry. I thought you guys had it.
Bitch. Oh, hello. Man, those
I
are
forgot
2 nice stripes.
how fast this
There we go.
gun ADS's. Switch back to the carbon.
I'm still using this Call Guard. I like it.
It's so fast.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I got that car. Yeah, I'm still using this Call Guard. I like it.
Nice.
One person with the light of day.
Yeah, we already got selfies.
Vest.
Do, 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 do.
See if that works.
There was a guy that had a car down here. Where did he go?
The real team in barn.
Knocked him.
1 minute, Will. Just reloading. Oh, behind us, Will.
Got one.
I'm coming.
No! I didn't even see it. Fuck.
Where's he at?
He was right behind me.
Behind you, and there's one in that building you ran in.
Shots.
Oh, the fucking tree man came back.
Tree bitch.
Hey, Sam.
Okay, we can do
Bro,
that.
keep writing it to the flowers.
One back the load up. Get my grapples back. Flip and slide over it.
Still a real team in barn. How the I hate
Holy shit, this guy lasered me.
This fell? You know, it's crazy. And bots got that catch-up perk.
Fucking insane.
Oh, really?
It's it. By the bridge.
Why are my frames dropping so good?
Towards you guys. Right on loadout. Right on loading.
Yep.
Coming over.
Got him.
Some people are at boat.
You gotta add me, buddy.
Honor. A lot of people up on Honor.
Get us.
I think that was a real person.
Oh, he drops his loadout.
Oh, there's another.
Top on.
Go on that roof.
Where y'all at?
Oh, Will, your favourite person's back, Mr. Tree.
Where's it?
Mm-hmm.
That stupid tree.
What's the barn?
Yep.
On roof, tree down.
There's someone over here on this building.
He's on a roof.
And he res, and now he's dead.
Oh my gosh. Damn it, he got me. Stupid tree.
Oh, right, somebody up underneath us as well, Josh.
Yes, sir. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm stuck.
What?
You stuck me.
What? Oh.
Come on.
Oh shit! I don't even got no more money, you
That was
guys.
so good.
Fuck.
Sorry, but that was a throw and a
Greatest.
half.
Lucky.
You guys, hold on. I'm gonna try and get this to get some money. I
Oh
just
my god. That precision down this dude bird up here with me.
I know. I'm not by you though. So I'm gonna try and get this money to get down. I just got money to get down.
Oh, I was going to say, you could have bought one of us, but we could have landed on it.
No,
Still
I
do
didn't.
it. Never mind. There's a robot up here.
I didn't have enough
robot.
money to get you anybody. Oh shit! I just want a bag to get bacon. Both you guys.
Gracias, Thomas.
Give me cash.
Here we go. Alright, they're pushing.
On me, right on me. Oh my god. How are we? Fuck, man. It's just such COD timing for me, bro. As soon as I go to the window is when he's standing there.
He's around.
Other sucker.
Tree down? Oh, no. Tree not down. Robot got it. On the roof above you. The tree's
Ran out
gone
of ammo. Ran out of ammo. It's right there. Oh. That's me.
It's 3. You guys put your money together. Get me back. Put your money together. No, never mind.
I can't get in there. Look at you.
Just wait. They just bought back.
Called back over there at that one too.
You guys gotta put your money together. Oh wait, never mind. Bacon's gonna get it right here. Oh yeah.
Let me get up here. Am I back again? They can't load out. Broke him?
Ping it? Oh, I'm not bad.
He's right there on the ground, Bacon. Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
One up.
Hey!
2 up.
Another 2, one was in the building. I shouldn't have turned around.
See him or no?
No, he's in this building. I'm watching the bike.
I'm building.
He's where the buy station is, DG. Yeah, throw those.
No fall bike. 1 minute. That's on me.
Yeah, I killed him. Got you.
Oh.
Good shit.
Ready?
Damn.
It's right here. I see him.
Guess I just killed this maggot.
Easy. Let's go.
I win.
I had to get the cheeky contacts as well.
Good shit, boys.
GG's, fellas. Good game.
Ready to get a snack bird. That's good.
E-
Yeah.
Second shift from 2020. Good game, though. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go chill, get some food.
Is that Diablo time?
Perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Good games. Good games, fellas. Good games. I will talk to you guys later. Uh-oh.
Take care, dude.
Peace out, doggies. Me and... what? So I can read. Oh, here, I'll put my name in. Hold on. Wow. 6693707. That's my gamer tag. Let's switch this up. Wow. Let's see. Wait, what?
Nabil's baptism here in the who I know is because Dawa is just based on TikTok time to rock. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching from all over the world. Here with Andrew Wilson. He's already live on his channel. And for all you internet drama fans and so on, we're going to have a little debate on this topic. I'm going to start off, try to keep it under 10 minutes. I'll try to keep it as short as I can, but I won't go over 10. And after that, Andrew can take up to 10 minutes to respond, and then you can kind of do it how we want. If we want a discussion or do it timed or whatever, we can. I'm pretty happy with everything. You good with everything?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, guys. So had a little issue that arose earlier, and let me take everyone back, way back in the day. So if you go back like 20 years or so, there were a few of us dealing with Islam, and it was a sad, lonely world because yeah, there were only a few of us dealing with it, and that allowed everyone to kind of focus on us for death threats and so on. But we kept working away at dealing with Islam and responding to Muslim objections and bringing out all this information that totally contradicted what Muslims were taught about Islam and Christianity and so on. And we kept this up for years. And I was saying for years, like eventually a new generation of Christians is going to come along, and they're going to do it better than we could, because the foundation will already be laid in apologetics and polemics, and they don't have to learn the technology like some of us old people had to learn back then. They'll be kind of raised in it. So predicted that they would do it better. And all of a sudden, over the past 5 years or so, we get this new generation of Christians, and yep, they're crushing it, and they took over Speaker's Corner from the regular Dawa guys and so on, taking over on YouTube, taking over on TikTok and so on. So these are good times, and we want to keep the momentum going. Dawa has been in absolute panic mode for about the past 4 or 5 years. It gets worse every single year because Dawa is just based on lying to people and deceiving people. It only works in an atmosphere of ignorance, and once that ignorance starts going away and people start finding out how to respond to things, then Dawa doesn't work anymore. So Dawa's not working. They're in panic mode. They're dealing with the avalanche of apostasy. These guys do not want to engage anymore with people, and you find them actually like hiding in mosques to avoid talking to people like like God Logic. Anyway, sort of the one of the premier figures in the new generation is God Logic. He'll have 5,000 or 6,000 people watching him live call-in shows with Muslims, and they're really panicking over God Logic. You saw it. Their Dawah champ Muhammad Hijab. Avery went on there with him, completely crushed him. They had to like give out false copyright strikes and stuff like that for complete nonsense and so on. But basically, they're in complete panic mode, and we would like to keep it that way and actually make it get worse and worse and accelerate the avalanche of apostasy. But as we're going along, going out there, going up to Dawah booths and so on, you know the critics are going to come and try to derail things. And I just don't mean Muslims. I mean all kinds of people start seeing what's going on, and they decide that this would be a good thing to derail. And so people are attacking Avery. And let me go a little back. So this is Orthodox Muslim. So this is Libiano. And he's a guy who, on other issues, like his friend is the one who punched Chris in the face in London. And then they'll all say, oh, we don't condone violence, but he clearly does. He tells Christians that if they, approach him like that, they'll be consciously edited out of existence. So that's just threatening people with terms that would not be normal, so you can have some plausible deniability. But on other issues, here's the Orthodox Muslim with Muhammad Hijab on posting a video on God Logic's wife, Christina, Lady Logic, being a whore, and then making a video and cackling hilariously at that. And then, of course, after this, we've got Jay Dyer. Now, I wasn't paying attention to the back and forth because I really don't care. If people want to, if Protestants and Eastern Orthodox and Catholics want to argue about the things, that's totally fine with me. But first, they were saying that Avery basically raided Life's live stream, and then Life raided, I think, JP's live stream where he was debating Eastern Orthodoxy or something like this. So the online Orthobro community went after Avery for that as if he's going after Eastern Orthodoxy. And oddly enough, later on, they concluded no. Basically, the story changed. That Avery is a grifter because he doesn't attack Christians with different beliefs and so on. So this proves that he's a grifter. But we have it here from the Orthodox Muslim. Again, this is the guy who calls Avery's wife a whore and so on. My 2 cents on what's going on with the Orthobros and Avery. Avery is not interested in your true church, as a matter of fact. He doesn't give a flying donkey's ass about any church being true. He wants to appeal to as many Christians from all denominations to make as much money as possible. This is why he's friends with Sam, yet friends with Sam's arch enemy, David Wood. He's friends with the Orthobros, but also friends with anti-Orthobros. This guy is a grifter. Wake up. And so you could, if you know Avery, he just doesn't like to get involved with the disputes and so on. But for Orthodox Muslim, this actually proves that he's a grifter. And then you have the response from Jay Dyer. Jay says, bingo. So he agrees with this. Doesn't mean he's agreeing with anything else Orthodox Muslim says, but he's agreeing that Avery is a grifter who doesn't spend his time attacking other Christians because he wants to make as much money as possible. So it's not because he doesn't want to get involved in the inter-Christian debates. It's not because he wants to focus on Islam or cults or anything. It's because he is a grifter. You got that from Jay Dyer. So I responded, and you have my response kind of in the middle there. I said, Muslims and Orthobros, tell me how insanely jealous you are of God Logic without telling me how insanely jealous you are of God Logic. And Jay replied, leftist tactics again. If I say he said something correct, then I must be in league with them, lol. If I criticize someone, it's only because I'm jealous. None of you have any actual theological arguments about the true church because you war against it. You're an evangelical, lol.
Lol.
And by the way, the reason I said they're insanely jealous is because they both commented on Avery's motives, right? They said, aha, he's doing this because he's a grifter. And I said, okay, so we're going to just insert people's motives here. And I said, okay, so it's because you're jealous. And then, of course, he doesn't like doesn't like when someone's doing it to him. So that's Jay's response. But interestingly, the Muslims involved in the whole situation are really rooting for Jay here. So Dr. Malik says, it's about time Jay Dyer said this about logic, the grifting from him, and then Act 17 David trying to play the race card. Pathetic. So
oh shit,
they're saying Jay is right. And by the way, Malik here, Malik is the guy who doxed my wife earlier this year, put her phone number on Twitter, her home address on Twitter, on TikTok, and was calling on Muslims to go and deal with this problem. So he's doxed me and my family. He's doxed Avery and Christina. He calls Christina a whore as well. IP, he tried to get the church attack that they spoke at most recently. He showed up at the church, gave the address, and said that inside are Inspiring Philosophy and God Logic, who both rip the Quran. Now, they don't. That's a lie. But he was clearly trying to get Muslims to go and attack them. But they're definitely rooting for Jay and so on, but they're also rooting for Andrew here. So same guy, Dr. Malik, the doxer. Hey, Andrew, I know some Dean Wood is going to use to try to burden shift off the fact he doesn't know his religion and sits with a Zio syndicate. Truth is, this rapist has been ripping Qurans for too long, and we done baked him up, and we expect you to finish the job tomorrow. So Muslim Dawa guys are rooting for you to finish off what they started. And then you got Sam jumping in here. Sam normally hates Jay, but now that Jay is coming after us, suddenly likes him. He says, damn, Jay is on fire, exposing the self-confessed sociopath and rapist who still needs to go to jail for his crim, since claiming to have become a Christian doesn't absolve him of legal responsibilities.
I love how he read that when he knew it meant crime, but he read it as it was.
That's Sam, and we have Daniel Hakikachu. I agree with Jay Dyer. God Logic is a grifter. In my debate with him, I asked Avery if he accepts biblical inerrancy. He refused to answer, even though the entire debate was about biblical preservation. And it's actually wasn't. It was on the Islamic dilemma. He tried to change the subject to inerrancy of the Bible instead of the Islamic dilemma. Avery didn't let him, and so now this is further evidence that Avery is just a grifter. He likes sticking to the debate topic. And finally, we have Andrew Wilson saying, I am a Jay Dyer fan, and I will debate you on these issues you have with him. I believe you mischaracterized and unjustly criticize him. I said the issue I have with him is that he's siding with Dawa-gandists who are lying about God Logic because he's destroying Dawa. So you agree to the topic, should Orthodox Christians support the lies of Dawa-gandists who promote violence against Christians and threaten to rape women? I accept. We can debate this on my channel. Pick a day. And Andrew said, okay, let's do tomorrow. I'll even take the BS prompt just to watch you evade the actual topic when I bring it up. So that's the background for everyone. And yeah, I have a problem with, if you want to criticize God Logic, that's one thing. If you are actually being cheered on by the Dawa-gandists as they attack him because they want him out of the way and they want to discredit him, and you actually help them, then I think you got a problem and you need to correct it. But the Ortho Bros don't think there's anything. All right.
You all good?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't know about any of this shit because I was asked to come on and debate a specific prompt. That prompt specifically has nothing to do with any of this. Nothing. The prompt is, should Orthodox Christians support the lies of Dawanists who promote violence against Christians and threaten to rape women? That is the prompt we agreed to, correct?
Yep.
Okay, great. And you're affirming that they should not, obviously, right?
I would say they should not.
Okay, great. So my position on this, since you're trying to burden shift to Jay Dyer or something, which is strange because your audience was just adamant that I would be the one who shifted the burden, yet it's you. I would say sometimes they should. And I brought 3 logical examples for the 3 times that sometimes they should. The first is a legislative example. Dearborn, Michigan's new representative, let's say Muhammad Oman, husband, brother, cousin to Ilhan Omar, has threatened to physically assault and rape Arizona's Orthodox Christian woman, Christina, who has also said he secretly loves Planned Parenthood because it kills the white Christian babies. Though his supporters don't like this, in an attempt to garner more support, he proposes the No More Abortion bill, which unsurprisingly bans abortions nationally. This will only be able to pass due to him getting support from his wife and her getting the rest of the squad to flip, causing it to barely pass the House and likely go through the Senate. Should she support this bill and his lies to ban abortion as an Orthodox Christian, knowing that he is a Darwinist who threatened to grape women and wants violence on Christians? Or should she go against this lie and allow millions of unborn babies to die? That's a moral conundrum, David. Should the Orthodox Christian in this scenario support that Darwinist and his lies or not? I'm just curious. Can you give me the answer, please?
Oh, you want me to talk?
Yeah, I'd like to get to the debate.
Are we going back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay, so so you're saying sometimes Orthodox Christians should support the lies of Dawagandists who are lying about people.
Yeah, do you want me to repeat the hypothetical? I'll repeat it for you.
Yeah, give me
okay. Yeah, Dearborn, Michigan's new representative, Muhammad Oman, husband, brother, cousin to Ilhan Omar, has threatened to physically assault and grape Arizona's Orthodox Christian woman, Christina. He also has said that he secretly loves Planned Parenthood because it kills white Christian babies. Though his supporters don't like this, in an attempt to garner more support, he proposes the No More Abortion bill, which unsurprisingly bans abortions nationally. This will only be able to pass due to him getting support from his wife and her getting the rest of the squad to flip, causing it to barely pass the House and likely go through the Senate. Should she support this bill and his lie to ban abortion as an Orthodox Christian, knowing that he is a Darwinist rapist who threatens to grape women and wants violence on Christians? Or should she go against this lie and allow millions of unborn babies to be murdered?
Like, you serious, dude?
Yeah, I'm serious. Can you answer my question, please?
Just to clarify, if the topic was should you torture babies for fun, your answer to that would be sometimes, because I could come up with a situation where torturing.
But that's not the
fun.
topic, David. This is.
But
you
would argue that, right?
Yeah, but this is not the topic. This is
So
the
you would
topic
argue- you would argue
you
that.
and
If
I
I-
agreed to. Can you
Yeah, I know.
answer the question?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
Can you-
just as
can you
far
answer
as
the question?
I'm saying as far as methodology and so on. If the
Can you
topic
answer
were
the question?
if the topic were
Yeah, can you answer the question?
should Orthodox Muslims torture babies for
Great.
fun?
Can you answer the question?
Your response would be sometimes, because I
Okay,
can come up
great.
with a
That's
situation
great.
where
That's
it would
great.
save other people, right?
Can you answer the question?
But let me go ahead and grant it to you. So there you go.
Oh, yes.
You happy now?
Yes.
So your answer is sometimes, right? Now let's try to figure out the
Okay,
extent
hang on.
of how
Stop.
frequently.
Is the answer yes?
Yeah, I can't say.
You can't say. You're not sure. You're not sure what Orthodox should do in that situation, Dave. You're real confused about it, are you?
I'm saying because I'd probably, if I wanted legal changes, I'd probably go in a different route than going in that direction. That would be pretty darn creepy.
Okay, that's great. Should they go ahead and support the lie if it bans abortion or not, Dave?
You should support a law. That doesn't mean you need to support the lies.
Yeah, but you have to support the lie. She's the deciding vote here. If she doesn't support the lie, this abortion bill doesn't get banned.
I'd say go about it in a different way, man.
What is that? What? There is no other way. It's baked into
You're
the
coming up
hypothetical.
with an insane. I mean, this is just ridiculous. You could do this with
It's
any
how is it
topic, Andrew.
ridiculous?
You could do this with any
Okay, you're
topic.
right. Hang on. Let me try it with a different topic.
Okay, here we go.
Should Orthodox Christians support the lies?
See, here's the thing I don't understand with Andrew. Shouldn't he? If that's a hypothetical, we might give a real scenario
Of these Darwinist rapists. So let's try it this way. If a Darwinist rapist says David Wood raped a 15-year-old up the ass, if they said that, let's just say, in this hypothetical, and that is morally wrong, and I don't believe the Darwinists because they're a bunch of child kid diddlers themselves, should I still affirm that statement as being true, even though I know they don't really believe it?
You're asking if you should affirm something. asking if you should affirm what they're saying, even if you don't believe what they're saying?
Yeah, even though I know it's a lie that they don't really believe that there's anything morally bad with some guy in this situation raping a 15-year-old girl up the butt. Even though they claim, hey, man, I think that's really bad. And like, let's say they try to pass legislation or something to ban that. And I know that these guys are lying. They think it's good. Should I go ahead and affirm the lie to get the legislation passed that that these men who rape 15-year-old girls up the butt should no longer be able to do that?
I don't think you need to be affirming lies to make legislation again.
That's not my question. I didn't ask you if you should be affirming lies in order to get legislation to move. I asked in this specific case, David, would it be the case that if there was a 15-year-old who was raped by a man up the butt, and Muslims were trying to pass a law to outlaw that, even though I don't believe that Muslims think that's a moral wrong and they're lying about that, shouldn't I go ahead and affirm that lie anyway because it gets me what I want?
You can affirm you want the legislation. You don't need to affirm any lies or support lies, man.
What do you mean? I'm affirming. I know that they're lying. I know for sure they're lying because Muslims don't care about that. They rape children all the time. So the question just becomes, since I know they're lying, shouldn't I go ahead and affirm that lie, Dave?
I don't think you need to affirm lies, man.
Can you answer my question? So the answer is no?
No, go about it in some other way.
Okay, so the answer is, if it was the case that Muslim Darwinist rapists wanted to propose a law which outlawed men raping 15-year-old girls up the butt, that, in fact, I should oppose that.
No,
because I know they're lying?
You could support the legislation. What are you even talking about? You're saying they're misrepresenting what they actually believe? You don't need to support you don't need to support lies for that.
Yeah, but I'm affirming it. So I'm affirming this as though it's a belief, right?
You can affirm that you can affirm this statement without.
You're affirming the lie then. See how that works?
No, you can affirm the statement even if someone. I mean, if someone.
Do you believe that
if someone
Muslims...
if someone thinks the sky is green but they lie and say it's blue, you can affirm the sky is blue. It doesn't mean you have to support their lies. It's kind of.
What if it was the case? What if it was the case that
why don't you come up with an actual situation where someone is actually lying about Christians and so on?
I need the Muslim legislature here. Okay, I need the Muslim legislature and their posturing that they're completely and totally against, children getting raped up the butt.
Here's the one thing that Andrew doesn't understand. He's speaking in hypothetical when he's talking about actuality. So you can't speak of a hypothetical when you're trying to speak about actuality. You got to give an actual situation, an actual thing. So then, you could say, okay, well, that doesn't make sense or that does make sense. You know what I mean? I think that's where Andrew's getting this wrong with this debate.
Who are 15 years old. They're against it. The whole legislature comes out and says it. I don't believe them. I know they're lying because I know their religious dictates. But if I go out and say these guys are a bunch of liars based on their religious dictates, that could cost us our legislative authority to be able to pass said bill, David. Don't you think that I should go ahead and just affirm that false belief, even though I know it's a false belief of theirs, in order to get that passed?
You're not affirming a lie, though. You're affirming the truth, and you're just saying
you're affirming a lie. I know they're lying.
No, they
know it.
They'd be You would be affirming the truth of the statement. My goodness, and people wonder why they don't like the.
What do you mean? I'm curious. What do you mean affirming the truth of which statement? I know they're lying.
If someone says something is true, even if they think it's false, you can still affirm the truth of what they're saying.
Well, but they're saying something which I know is untrue.
No, you're talking about their motivations.
Yeah,
you're affirming.
That's where Andrew's getting it wrong with this, right? So, what he's saying is, you can say, "Hey, we know they're lying." The legislation is what's true, though. Getting the abortions banned is what's true. You're not agreeing with their lies. You're just agreeing with what they're coming up with.
Statement.
Good Lord, these non-Orthodox bros! I thought they were good at logic. If I'm affirming a statement they think is untrue, David, And I
What are you
know that
affirming?
they think it's
You're,
untrue.
you're
and
affirming
I'm
the
affirming
untruth.
a
Are you
lie.
affirming the untruth of it?
Oh no, from my view, it's completely true that you
Okay,
should
so you're
indeed pass this
affirming the truth.
legislation.
You're affirming
but
the
I know
truth.
that the Muslims don't believe that. I know that. And instead of calling them out on it, David, I would still go ahead and affirm it, even though I know they don't believe it, in order to get them to pass said
You
legislation.
do you, man. You do you.
This is
I would
really weird.
I would just affirm the truth of this statement and not have to agree with the lie.
Yeah, but you are indeed granting then
No.
that by affirming a thing,
No, because they're lying, which is your truth.
you know that they're lying about, that this indeed goes right into the core of this issue, which is should Orthodox Christians support the lies of Dawanists who promote violence against Christians and threaten to degrade women? I would assume in this scenario, some of these Dawanists would definitely have been doing that. So you are affirming the truth. That's true, but you know that they're lying, David. So you're affirming their lie, right?
I don't have to affirm their lies, man.
Well, I don't understand. Would you go ahead and help them pass said legislation?
Yeah, you can pass the legislature without believing what they're saying.
If someone says 2 + 2 is 4 and they think 2 + 2 is 5, and I know they don't
So they're
really
lying.
believe, I don't really believe that 2 + 2 is 4, I can say, yes, 2 + 2 is 4. It's not me
Yes,
affirming
that's
the
correct.
lie, that's me affirming
That's
the truth.
Well, wait, David, that's true. You could indeed say, I agree with you, guy who's lying that 2 + 2 is 4, and affirm their lie. That's true. You could do that. You could indeed. You could say, guy who I know is lying, I'm going to go ahead and affirm this lie. I agree with you. You could do that.
Tyler, what up, dude?
Yeah, just affirm the truth of the statement.
Well,
right,
but
what's
you
your
know
next
that their statement is false, though, David.
I would know that they didn't believe it. I would not be affirming. I wouldn't be affirming any lie. I'd be affirming the truth of the statement. What is this, dude?
No, you would be
Yes.
you would be agreeing with
I
them,
don't
knowing
have
that
to.
they're
Because if it's your truth, then who gives a fuck?
lying. Which is exactly what this prompt says. Should Orthodox Christians support the lies of these people who promote? So you would be supporting
That's
a
not
lie.
what that's not.
I'm not
of
supporting a
these
lie.
people. How would you
I'm
not
supporting
be?
the
You know they're
truth.
lying. But you know
Man.
they're lying.
I apologize to everyone who thought we were actually going to deal with
I
deal with these
apologize too.
issues.
This is a real debate. I'm sorry. Did you just give me a bait prompt because you actually wanted to talk about Jay Dyer and then do burden shifting? That's fine. If you want to talk about Jay Dyer, we can talk about Jay Dyer. Just say, Andrew, I actually gave you a bullshit prompt, and I would prefer to talk about Jay Dyer. You can do that. You know what? I'll talk
No.
about Jay Dyer with you.
No, because you're not really, I mean, answering sometimes. Like,
What am I not answering?
if you're answering the prompt as sometimes in ridiculously insane situations, so you're not. are
Yeah,
you-
and
what
what's
is
logically
Are you
inconsistent?
the
Can you-
affirmative? You're saying yes.
Okay, no, I'm saying sometimes. So can you tell me? I'm sorry. What did I say? Which was a contradiction or logically unsound? Anything? Nothing.
Yeah, just the idea that if someone is wrong about something and you agree with the truth, you are somehow affirming their lie.
If you know it's a lie, how would you not be? I don't get that.
You can affirm the truth of the statement, regardless of their intentions.
But you do know that they're lying.
Yeah, goofy
You can know someone is lying,
Yeah,
and
Tyler,
even though they're
goofy
lying,
goober.
they're actually stating what is true, and you can agree with the truth of their statement. You don't have to affirm a lie.
I see. So if it's the case, then let's say a woman gets splashed with acid on her face, and her Darwinist brother gets driven there by an Orthodox priest. And on the way, he tells the priest the entire way, man, oh man, she's hideous and no man's ever going to want her. When he gets to the hospital room, he is moved by his sister's plight and says, sweetheart, you're still beautiful. Should the Orthodox priest go ahead and affirm that lie? What do you think,
Jesus,
David?
dude.
Should he be like, you know what? He's right,
What a
honey. You really are
dumb
beautiful. What do you
fucking
think? Or do
thing
you
to
think you should,
talk
like,
about.
reject that?
That's just such a. Come on, Andrew. You're way better than that, bro. Bring it.
Be like, nah, look, you're an
That's
ugly
dumb.
bitch. Like,
That
what
just
do you
sounds
think you should
dumb.
do? David?
Yeah, anything you actually want to get to?
I want to get to this. Can you answer the question, please?
I will grant that lying is acceptable in certain situations, or affirming lies in certain situations.
Including
just like-
with a Darwinist rapist who lies about Christians?
Yep, sometimes.
Oh, sometimes.
So, another,
Okay,
matter of
I
fact,
win.
I'll just give you a simple example here that doesn't require all this stuff. Just someone's running down the street, they go one way, and we can affirm a lie that they went a different way. That's going to prevent someone from being killed, prevent a girl from being killed. Yes, you can do that sort of thing. So
I got
are
it. You
so
concede the prompt. I understand. Yes, I win the
Okay.
prompt. You concede. Sometimes it is the case
Jesus, come on, Andrew.
that Orthodox Christians
Well,
should
no,
do
because
this.
if the topic, if there's an affirmative and a negative, then it's you're saying sometimes
We
yes,
did
but
not
sometimes
affirm.
no. So it's
Well, wait.
the same thing.
I'm sorry. Can you show me anywhere that I agreed to take the negative position, a pure negative position anywhere when I agreed to this debate prompt, David? And what's wrong with me taking a sometimes position?
Then we would agree on a sometimes position. So sometimes
Oh,
yes,
so
sometimes
then
no.
sometimes it is okay. Okay, great. I'm glad that you agree with
Yeah,
me, David,
we-
and I'm glad that we
yes,
got
in
through
very
that prompt.
in very weird situations, you're saving someone's life by affirming a lie or something like that. Yeah, fine. Now let's try and figure out the range of the situations. Suppose a Dawa guy is in full panic mode because Avery's just wrecking Dawa, like destroying their entire careers and stuff like that, showing up to their mosques and so on, challenging them, embarrassing them, and so on. And for years, one of the things you notice about Dawa is that they their first goal, if you bring up an argument, whether it's against Islam or for Christianity, their goal tends to be first and foremost to discredit the person rather than to refute the argument. They're not primarily interested in refuting the argument or showing a good response. They want
Yeah,
to
that sounds like
discredit the person.
typical Darwinist to me. Sure.
Yeah, so they try to discredit the person. And so if they can't deal with the arguments and so on, they start saying, well, Avery is a grifter. And they lay out their case for Avery being a grifter, which is that he doesn't spend his time attacking other Christian groups and denominations and so
So
on.
just so hang on, just so I'm clear, we are talking about Jay Dyer again now. That is about to happen.
You can use it as a complete hypothetical here. Hypothetical. We're trying to figure out the
Okay,
situation
but that
here.
is, but this isn't a hypothetical. This is in fact
Well,
what's
you,
going
you
on.
just
right?
You gave hypotheticals. Leave Jay Dyer out of it. I'll give a complete hypothetical. So,
Is
because
this a hypothetical though? Because it sounds like you're talking about Avery, who I know, and with a situation that's actually happening.
that would be an example of the situation, but this happens all the time. This happens all the time.
Oh.
This happened before that. It was happening before that with different people, right? So you got Sam Shamoon helping Malik out and stuff like that. It's a situation that happens over and over again. Very common.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, situation, Dawa guy is telling lie to discredit a person so that Muslims don't trust him and hopefully Christians don't even trust him, so to help avoid having to deal with that person's argument. So he makes up something about someone, and then should Orthodox Christians support that lie because let's say they don't like the person.
Yeah, in this hypothetical, I would say they should not, but it's purely hypothetical, of course.
Okay, so that's good to know. So,
But it's just baked into the hypothetical. But let me ask you a different hypothetical. If somebody, for perchance, said, took something like this hypothetical that you gave, and then made a claim that somebody was a cult leader, do you think that that said person should be able to give the criteria for how that person's a cult leader?
sure.
Okay, can you give me the criteria for why you think that there's certain Orthodox Christians who are prominent in the space? I guess we won't name names because it's all purely hypothetical.
You can name names all you want.
Oh, okay, I can then. Okay, so why is Jay Dyer a cult leader?
Right there, I'm thinking in terms of cult tactics. Yeah, seems pretty culty, man.
What? I don't know. Oh, you vibed it? Did you just vibe it out, David?
No,
That's some incredible
no.
logic. Oh, okay, so what's the criteria we're using then?
Cult tactics.
What is that?
Let me put it this way. So you side with the, let's suppose you side with the Dawa guys. Dawa guys make up something about Avery in order to discredit him, and you agree. And then when someone says, hey, look what you just did, they're attacking Avery because they're trying to rescue Dawa from him, and you're actually helping
hang on
him.
Now. You're giving an You're giving an example of a thing that we have not even established yet. What are cult tactics? What are they?
He's giving you an example of a cult tactic.
No, I'm getting to that just to give the little background.
Can you
of
just tell me
you're
what
saying.
cult tactics are?
Cult tactics? Oh yeah. You have you get a group. You try to isolate them. You use certain manipulation tactics, such as you know, you use positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, punishment, and so on to get people.
I agree.
Only
Okay,
acting and reacting in certain
So now I
ways
get
and
it.
so on.
I agree with this. I would say that the number one way to delineate a cult from a religious organization, a legitimate one like Christianity, let's say, would be the ostracizing their friends, family, and support network. Can you give me any examples of Jay Dyer ostracizing from his community or telling his community that they need to get rid of their support network, friends, or family, or does he do the opposite of that?
Yeah, you don't have to have that for a cult, but
I think it's the number one criteria for a
Andrew,
cult. Yeah.
Andrew, like seriously here, you know what we say when you know what we mean when someone is saying something and his followers are acting and they seem.
No, I don't know what you mean, or I wouldn't be asking you.
Yeah, you do. When they
No,
can't,
no, I don't, or I wouldn't be asking you. So once again, when I look at the criteria for a cult, we can go down them.
Okay, if you're thinking of some like official cult organization, that's not what we're talking about. If you have a group online on X, no, it's just how we use the term cult, man. It's like if I say this guy's a douche and you say, well, here are the ingredients. You need water and vinegar. Are you saying this person is made of vinegar? And where is this? You know what we're talking about, man.
Really?
And you know what we say when we say that someone is a cult, when the people just simply follow whatever he said, even if it's completely idiotic, and they're incapable of thinking anything else, and all they do is cling to what that guy said, even if it's completely wrong. And
is that what you mean when you say
Mormons? They fall back. No, I'm using. I would say Mormonism is a cult and a different. I've already explained.
Oh, okay, got it. So what you're saying is that you have different criteria for the things that you call a cult, and so when I ask you for the specific delineation, you're just saying, man, it's fucking vibes, bro. It's fucking vibes, bro. Even though I use this.
Come on, Andrew. I don't understand that. See, he's giving you the logic right there. He's telling you he's not saying that's what called, it's just terminology.
Specifically in a religious connotation for Mormons, completely differently than how I use it apparently for Jay Dyer. Because, man, you know what I mean, bro. You know what I mean, Andrew. You know, bro.
Yeah, when
I call the cult thing.
When I talk about Dawa guys and just programming people and filling their heads with lies and teaching them to react in certain ways and give certain responses that make no sense and keep them sort of detached from reality, and I say you guys are a cult. No, I don't mean you are like the official cult of Mormonism or something like that. You know this.
I think you do mean that Darwinist guys are an official cult because they follow the same source criteria.
That would be in a different sense from if you said Islam is a cult or something like that. I'm saying the way they function, it's bad.
I'm saying the way they function is identical to the way you would use it for Mormons. What's the delineation point?
No, the way I'm talking about Dawa guys, no.
Okay, what's the delineation point? What's the demarcation here?
There I'm talking about where you have Islam, if you wanted to call that some sort of cult or something like this, but them taking a group and then over time keeping them from being able to think anything outside of what their favorite Dawa guy
What's
says.
the difference between that and Mormonism?
Mormonism has a lot of extra things in it.
What? Well, what? They're doing
Mormonism
the exact
has
same
different
thing.
things
What are you
than those
talking
tactics.
about? When you're saying that these guys are a cult and the Darwinist guys are a cult, when you say Mormons are a cult, you're meaning it the same way as when you say Darwinists are a cult. You did not give me a single delineation. You just said they also do more of other things too. What's the delineation, though? What?
If you're talking about Mormonism being a cult or Islam being a cult, all right, we're using the term, we're using the cult definition that is used for like real actual cults and so on. When you say you've got some subgroup that programs people not to be able to think outside of what they're told and so on, that can be separate, right? Because Islam is already like that. The Dawa
This is
guys
just a word salad. Tell me the demarcation.
No.
What's the delineation?
Let me break it down for you. The Dawa guys, they program people to the point where you can point out that what they're being told even contradicts the Quran itself. They don't care. You can show them it contradicts what Muhammad said. They don't care. They only care what the leader is.
That's no different than Mormons. You could show them why Joseph Smith was a false prophet. They don't care. You can show them that he wrote himself into the Bible. They don't care. What's the difference?
If that's no different, if what I just said is no different, then that seems to be exactly what the J fans are like.
Oh, really? Okay. Can you explain how?
Yeah, what I just said about Dawa guys, that over
Yeah.
time you program people not to be able to think anything other than what the leader
Can
of
you
the
show
group
me
thinks.
how? No. I don't want you to just reaffirm the case. I want you to show me the case use now. How?
How
Can you
Jay's,
show
how
me
Jay's
how?
doing that?
Yes, how?
Oh, it's just the reactions. Everyone gives the exact same reaction. It makes no sense.
So a lot of people agree with you. Therefore, it's a cult.
No, not at all. Let me just break it down.
So then what's the actual criteria
Jay?
here for
So
Jay's
let's
cult?
suppose Jay says God logic. So Jay says Avery is a grifter, and he's just doing this, and he's just doing this stuff, and he refuses to attack other Christian groups and stuff because he's a grifter. You can't trust him. Christianity isn't a serious thing for him. It's all a money-making scheme, basically. And you bring this up to a Jay Dyer fan, and instantly you get a ton of insults, right? It's faggot this, faggot this, faggot this, and so on.
Don't use that on YouTube, please.
Oh, sorry about that. And apart from that, you get, well, why aren't you debating him on what the true church is? And it's like, what are you talking about? I'm saying he's actively helping Dawa guys.
Yeah, I get all that, but that doesn't actually explain to me how this is a cult. I just say the same thing. When David Wood comes out and says Jay Dyer has a cult, a bunch of his fans were like, "Yeah, he sure does." It's like, what do we establish here?
I've explained what I'm talking about.
You haven't explained it. No, you really haven't. You haven't
When you
explained
have
how
a
it's
leader who
cult.
programs people so
Like you
that
are when
they
you say
can't
that Jay's a
function and they
cultist.
keep falling back on the exact same two responses,
Like your guy, like
which
your
is
people
insults,
do for Jay Dyer.
which is insults, or
Yeah, your
saying,
people
why
for
aren't
Jay
you
Dyer.
debating the true church? And it makes it impossible to question any behavior. I mean, think if I were walking down the street, and I saw Jay Dyer torturing a puppy, and I said, "Hey, quit torturing that puppy," and he said, "Well, why aren't you debating the true church?" And I said, "Look, dude, stop torturing the puppy, man. It's bad." And he says, "Oh, look, he's running from me," and all the fans start going, "Yes, he's running from this. He's running from this. He's running from the debating the true church." And you say, "What the heck are you talking about?" I'm talking about quit torturing the puppy, and no one is even capable of seeing the problem there.
So when David
That's a
Wood,
cult.
so my response. So when David Wood says, "Hey, Jay Dyer's in a cult," right, and all of his followers are like, "Yeah, he sure is. He has a cult." We completely agree with you. David Wood. That's a cult. Yes, David Wood, you're correct. That's a cult. And people come in and say, "Actually, that's not a cult." And it doesn't make any sense because it doesn't follow any of the criteria David Wood ever uses to describe cults. And they go, "No, it's a cult," because their charismatic leader, David Wood, told them it's a cult. That's really weird, David. It's like the same exact
But it's not
criteria
the-
that
that's
you're
not the
using for
situation,
Jay
though.
Dyer is being used for you as well. That's really bizarre. Why
It's
are your
just- yeah,
followers
but it's-
so adamant
it's
that
just
Jay Dyer
false.
has a cult?
It's just
Well,
false.
how come we can't correct your followers then, David?
You can.
When?
Tons of people don't do this. Don't
What?
argue over this stuff. It's bad. They're not just mindlessly
They
agreeing
do
with
that
me.
on the Orthodox side too. What do you mean?
I can't tell where. Oh, you have
Inside
Orthodox
the comments.
Christians. You have
What do you
Orthodox Christians. I'm talking about the J fans, man. The J fans.
Which ones of your fans are pushing back against you the hardest that Jay Dyer has a cult? Give me one name.
That's not. They're saying, why are you going after Jay? Just ignore this. Don't talk about this. Don't.
So they're not
don't
disagreeing
agree with
on
them
the
and cause division.
So the same exact thing that you
What would
see
they-
from
what
Jay
would they
Dyer-
disagree on? What
so
would they
the same
disagree on?
exact, the same exact same things you would see
No.
from Jay Dyer
No,
fans who
no.
say,
No,
"This guy's
absolute
not worth
nonsense.
your time. This
No.
guy's an asshole. This
No.
guy sucks." Same shit.
No, when I say it's bad for Jay to be agreeing with a lie from a Dawa guy in order to help Dawa marginalize some person and so on, that's something you would expect people to go, "Wow, that's correct. That is bad. Jay shouldn't be doing that."
You just expect people are going to agree with you by default. That sounds like a cult to me, David. That you
Dude,
think
are you
that
serious?
people
No,
are
you
just
should
going
be able
to agree with you by
You should be able
default.
to recognize that making things up about a
you're
Christian
right.
in order to help Dawa and siding with Dawa guys who then use you as useful idiots is a bad idea. You don't have
So
to.
these-
David Wood can be completely out of the picture.
but they don't agree
Christian
with your
with a
characterization,
functioning
David.
brain. You don't
I
have to.
agree with your
You don't have to. But
characterization. Yes, you do.
people would.
Yes, you do. They
People
don't.
would because they say
But
that
they
is how
don't,
Jay
though.
acts. They say that is how Jay acts.
Yeah, and then they don't too. So you see how that works? It's the same thing with you. It's the same exact thing. when
It's
you
not.
say Jay Dyer's in a cult and he's running a cult and he's a cult leader, and you expect instantly that everybody's going to agree with you. How could they not? Obviously,
No
David
one-
Wood's right.
What are you
He's
talking
in
about? No
charge.
one has
He's
to
the head
agree
of
with
the
me.
thing.
No one has to agree with
And
me.
no one has to agree with Jay. It's
And
the
if
exact
they
same
do
point.
agree with me, it's because, yeah, they look at it and say, that's exactly how Jay acts.
Or they look at it and say, yeah, that's exactly how David acts. Same shit.
Where am
The
I doing that?
application's exactly the
Where
application's exactly the same.
where are my followers like kept from being able to think through like
Where are his?
basic things about
Where are
things
his
you
being
should
kept
not
from
do?
that? Where are his being kept from that?
What do you have you not seen what went on since yesterday?
Where are his followers being kept from thinking about things?
You're
David?
programmed not to be able to think about it.
Tell me how he's programming them, and it's any different than how
you
you're
already
programming
agreed.
people.
You already agreed with me that an Orthodox Christian should not be affirming the lie of a Dawagandist who's simply trying to discredit a person, and yet Jay's fans were instant in calling me wrong and affirming what he said. And
So
so
what? That
you're
doesn't prove a cult?
No,
That's insane.
Any,
They don't agree with your
anyone-
characterization that
any
he's doing
Christian,
that,
any
David.
Christian with a normally functioning brain should be able to
Oh.
see why that is wrong.
And who
if
gets to
you
determine they
can't,
have a
and
normally
you
functioning brain?
instantly,
You?
if you instantly start attacking and just cursing at people, and then changing the subject, which is what happened almost every single time.
I'm not here changing the
Sounds like a
subject, and
cult.
I want to know.
Not you. I'm
It's
not
really-
talking about you. I'm talking
this
about
is-
those
hang on.
guys.
This is
Talking
really
about those
strange.
guys.
This is really strange to me. Do you get to make the determination as the leader as to who has a properly functioning Christian brain, David? Is it you who makes that determination?
If you say that it is a good idea, and yes, Christians should be siding with the Dawa clowns who are attacking the Christians who are wrecking Dawa. And
David Wood
it's
says
fine,
no, and
it's
you
fine
need to
to
agree with
say
David Wood,
it's
right?
fine to agree with them. I'd say you got some serious problems, but now you're just on. We can't say anything because we could be wrong, right?
Well, no, I'm just curious about this. I don't actually understand the position here. The position seems to be that if Orthodox people don't agree with your characterization, that Jay Dyer is somehow trying to side with Darwinists against everybody else because he said fucking bingo one time, and then you went off to call him a cult leader, right? So maybe they don't actually agree with your characterization of how this is going down. Your response to this is they should agree with me because if they don't, they're in a cult. That's really bizarre, David. That sounds like you're in a cult
That's
and are
not the
making
res-
demands that
that's
you're
not-
correct.
that's not how
Hang
it
on, let
works.
me finish my point. That you're correct by default because, after all, you're David Wood. Who would disagree with you? You're just right, right?
Andrew,
not what
that's
he
not
said.
how. Are you serious? I
I'm
say something
serious.
and then it's you should all agree with me because I'm David Wood.
Do you
and
know when
not,
you
and
say,
not,
"Are you
and
serious?"
not
I'm always
you should
serious.
agree with me because all of you understand. Do not help Dawa guys when they make things up to discredit Christians. Don't do it. That's bad. That's a
Yeah,
bad thing
and
to
can
do.
you
That is
show
an
me?
evil thing to do.
Yeah, can you show me where Jay Dyer has ever affirmed Darwinism, where it is that Orthobros affirm Darwinism, where it is that they say anything, just because it's the case that they came to similar conclusions about a thing, right? How would that immediately or instant? Hang on, stop.
Okay.
How would that immediately or instantly make the determination that they are agreeing with Darwinism or supporting them in any of their efforts? For instance, Daniel Kikikachu once said, right, that it's cleaner for men to wash their asses than wipe them with toilet paper. I agree. Am I emboldening the Darwinists, David? Am I emboldening them against their enemies because all of them universally are like, well, see, Orthodox Andrew agrees with us.
Nothing to do with
No.
this situation. Now let's have a more accurate.
So
a more-
no?
Let's
So
have a
no?
more accurate parallel. No, a Dawa
Doesn't
guy could
even
say the
make
sky
any
is blue, and
sense.
you could say he's right. The sky is blue, or
Okay.
something closer to Christian. A Dawa guy could say the universe is created by God. You could say I agree. The universe is created by God. No, you're not helping them when you do that. So let's change the situation. Let's suppose you brought up Daniel Hakikachu. You debated Daniel Hakikachu. Total massacre. Now suppose right
Yeah,
after,
it must be because I support the evil Darwinists.
No, gonna you're
Go ahead.
helping them. That's not the point. I I mean, Tucker for years was blasting away at Islam, and now he says that the only thing Christians are allowed to do in response is submit. That is very interesting. But anyway, different situation.
Tucker sucks. What do you want me to say?
That's not. I'm saying just because someone did something in the past does not mean they're not doing something right now. Right? That's the only point. So
I'm helping Darwinists now.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, can you tell me how?
Why do you think Dawa guys are actually rooting for you?
Well, because I'm right.
You think they're doing it because you're right, and not because you're going after the same people they're going after.
Well, it could be.
Let me just
hang on. There could be a case use here, where it is the case that liberals go after Tucker Carlson, and I agree with them. Do I now support liberalism? Am I emboldening liberals now, David?
If they were suppose they were lying about Tucker Carlson, and just because you were mad or something like that, you agree with the lie.
When you say lie, that's baked in to your belief. You haven't demonstrated any lie. You haven't demonstrated that Jay Dyer is lying and that he doesn't believe that Avery's a grifter. You have not demonstrated that.
Okay.
You just bake it in and say that it is in fact the case that he is lying, which that's nice.
Okay, so if someone just completely makes something up, that's okay according to you, right? You can just make things up about Christians.
What was made up?
That Avery's a grifter.
Yeah, can you prove that Jay doesn't believe that because lies require intent?
If he believes it, it would just be a different sort of problem. It would just be I can believe anything without any evidence.
Well, then you would have a different sort of problem with it. But
in theory, I can make up anything about you and just say I really believe it, and then that's fine. That's not lying, right?
Unless I could demonstrate somehow through some sort of
evidence
that
you can prove
it was.
So if I say you killed 50 people and buried them somewhere and we don't know where, you can't prove that you didn't.
Oh yeah, sure I can.
It'd be totally fine.
Yeah, sure. I can use what's called an argument from affirmation. So you can just be like, well, look, when was the date, time, and all of the various factors.
No, I just say you killed 50 people. You're a serial killer.
But do you agree with me that you could believe that?
I could believe that, and so it would just be a different problem. There's one if I'm knowingly lying, and it'll be a different problem if I just make things up and I believe them. It'd be a different kind of problem.
But we haven't moved into the different problem yet. We're still on the he lied problem. Can you demonstrate that Jay Dyer doesn't believe that? That's the question at hand.
Oh, if you want to say if you want to say he made it up on no evidence and he really believes it and he's not deliberately lying, but he's just going with something that's made up, that's fine.
You could say that you don't like his reasoning, fine, but that doesn't mean that he's lying.
Well, I mean, if I want to say you murdered 50 people and I think he just kind of looks like he murdered 50 people and I could take that as great evidence, I would still think that's extremely messed up to say about someone.
I don't know. It seems to me like you're actually lying because you just negated your own position. You said that yes, it's true.
What
I can't actually
right
demonstrate, and so therefore have no good reason to believe that Jay Dyer is lying and that he may actually believe this. And yet, you still bake in every hypothetical that Jay Dyer is lying. So which is it? Is he lying or not?
He's supporting the lies.
Which lie?
That was the question.
Which lie?
The Dawa guys. That he's a grifter.
Which lie? What? No, he could agree that he's a grifter. That's not supporting the Dawa guy's lie.
Yeah, it is. Let me just go back to the
No, it's not.
Hang on. Well, hang on. I'll give you the example with Hakikachu. So suppose you debate Daniel Hakikachu. Suppose before that, suppose the month leading up to that, some guy was just going after your wife and saying she's a whore, and he posts every day, Andrew's wife is a whore. She's a whore, she's a whore, she's a whore, she's a whore, she's a whore. And then you debate Daniel Hakikachu, you bake him, and then he goes over and agrees with this guy in whatever he's saying about you.
You mean a guy who makes a completely separate claim from your wife's a whore?
I'm saying if he goes and
but
he agrees with
claim from your wife's a whore, right? He's not agreeing with that claim.
A separate claim, but something totally made up.
Okay, but you haven't demonstrated that it's totally made up.
No,
or that he doesn't believe it.
I'm talking about the connection. If Daniel Hakikachu, after you bake him, he knows there's some guys, let's say non-Muslim, there's some guy who's just constantly been calling your wife a whore. And then Daniel, right after you bake him, he goes out And this
says
guy,
I agree.
this guy,
he says
and,
I agree with you. Andrew's not handsome.
and he says something that's completely false about you. You can insert anything.
Yeah,
he just
that
makes
I'm not
up
handsome.
some. He just says.
He says I'm not handsome. It's a completely false claim about me.
And
So
let's
this guy
suppose
says I'm not handsome. That's
let's
correct,
suppose.
right?
Let's
he
suppose
says
the
Andrew's
guy.
not handsome. Does that mean that now he is affirming that Andrew's wife's a whore, David? Can
not
you answer
the,
that?
Not the issue at all. Not the issue.
No,
Like, and
no,
if you,
he's not.
It sounds like you don't want people to get the issue. Okay.
Okay, give me the
Very
issue.
simple. Very simple. I'll try to meet all the requirements of making this actually parallel. So the guy's been calling your wife a whore, and then right after the debate, this guy says, Andrew is a murderer. He's obviously a murderer. And then Daniel runs out and says, bingo.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see the issue there, because I
He
would
would
see
not
that
be-
I would see that as different from Daniel just making a random claim. You went with the guy who's been talking
yeah.
about your wife, who obviously isn't some unbiased person in his
So, I don't
criticisms of
understand.
you, and you're going along with that.
You just said the exact same thing. So
Oh.
if it is in fact the case that this guy doesn't say Andrew is a murderer, therefore I don't take as great of offense to it or for whatever reason, but instead just says Andrew is not handsome. Andrew's not handsome. Therefore, he's lying. He's just making it up because clearly I'm fucking devastatingly gorgeous. Okay, so this fucking asshole lies about this. Am I to assume then that he thinks my wife's a whore?
No, that's not the
No,
point. That's not the
no.
point.
So
It's
why, if he
you
calls me a
go,
murderer, should I
if
assume he
Daniel
thinks my
were
wife's
to
a
go,
whore?
if
I don't
Daniel were to go to the person who's calling your wife a whore, that's not random. You know what I mean? That's not me randomly agreeing with someone. That would be him agreeing with someone that you know just despises you already.
Yeah,
and so going
but
along,
again,
going
you're at the
along,
mercy of the same argument.
going
Makes no sense.
along,
This is
going
incoherent.
along with
What's up, Kat? How we
someone
doing
that
tonight?
you
This is
know
incoherent.
is saying this sick, evil stuff about your family, and then going along and agreeing with him when he's just making stuff up and saying bingo, seems
Yeah.
like
How is
you're
that-
you're
how is
not
that
trying to get to the
any-
truth of the matter.
Okay, how is that
You're just
any
you're just randomly attacking
I'm
him.
trying to get right to the heart of the matter. How would this be any different than him going and saying, and also, I think Andrew's not very handsome, or not also, I think Andrew's not very handsome. And then that guy says, bingo. Bingo. It's like, what? I don't
We
understand.
could go with that one.
Where did
We
we
could-
get
we
to the
could-
part where now he's affirming the worldview and helping these people? What? Where did you get to that? How do you get to that?
Okay, I can. All right. So suppose
What?
the person, let me break it down. Suppose the person who's calling your wife a whore is doing it because he can't answer your arguments. He doesn't know how to respond to you. You've just enraged him with this stuff. So instead of going after you, he goes after your wife, and that's this.
This
dude.
is very common.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
and then Daniel Hakikachu goes and agrees with him attacking you. You're helping.
Well, now, hang on. Wait.
There
Hang
you're
on.
helping. There Daniel would be helping someone attack you, knowing that this person just wants to attack you.
You just baked in this new line there. That
What?
you
No, but that
almost-
makes-
you would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those pesky kids. But you see, the line that you just baked in there was, then Daniel Kakikachu goes over and is agreeing with this guy about. Well, no, it would be Daniel Kakikachu goes in.
Let's go with just calling you
No,
ugly.
hang on,
let's
hang
suppose
on.
let's suppose just
Daniel
all this person
Kakikachu-
did is call you
David,
ugly.
Calm.
Okay.
I just let you get through the whole thing. Calm down. So what it would be is that Daniel Kakikachu comes in and agrees with something completely different, and then I'm to assume
That is different.
That
It's calling
means
you
that
ugly.
Daniel
Calling you ugly.
Kakikachu- Yeah,
Yeah,
he
calling you
calls
ugly.
me
Yeah, I'm
sure.
granting that because you don't even go
Yeah.
like the
How
serious
does
thing that's
that
like calling you
help
into.
these? How is that siding with them or their ideology at all?
Because it's a situation when two people have a common enemy, they'll team up together to get rid of that enemy.
Okay, let me break it down
It's
for
not
you.
hard.
Okay.
So he calls you ugly. It's not really a parallel because it's not like that's not something that's undermining whether people should take you seriously, which is what it happens if someone calls you a grifter or something like that. So let's suppose the guy makes up something about you being
on, chat.
a
I'll be right
horrible
back. I gotta
liar
brush
and
my
so
teeth.
on, who can't be trusted. Suppose he does that, and then suppose Daniel goes and agrees with that person. No, that's not affirming anything else in this person. This person, let's say, is a Christian who just doesn't like you or doesn't like Eastern Orthodox or something like that. So the person goes So Daniel goes to this person who is just making up things and saying that you, like 80% of what you say is a lie. And Daniel agrees.
Yeah.
The fact that he's agreeing with that person who then takes that and uses it to show other people, even other groups, recognize and acknowledge that this guy is a liar 80% of the time, and therefore you should not trust what he's saying. You don't see the relevance of kind of like the collusion on that issue?
Yeah, I'm actually even more confused now. So if it's the case that guy A believes this and guy B believes this, they both believe that what they're saying is true, guy B is still not affirming any of the positions of guy A, nor any of the actual, ideology, nothing. He's not affirming any of it. The only thing that they're agreeing to is a specific propositional set. That's it. What the hell are you talking about?
Going to that guy who then uses your agreement to show, yes, obviously Andrew does lie 80% of the time. I say it, and now someone from a completely different group agrees.
Why,
Andrew lies 80% of the time.
David, it is in fact the case that you could make a specific set of propositions that I could agree to, that you could then use in nefarious ways in order to advocate for your own worldview. But that has nothing to do with me. If it was the case, for instance, that a Muslim said, I think that David Wood is snide and likes to attack ortho bros and call them cultists, right? I might be like, fucking bingo. Does that mean then, so then the Muslim goes and he shows everybody this set of propositions that I agreed to. And he's like, look, Andrew agrees. This guy's a fucking this and that and this and that. I'm not responsible for what the hell he does with me agreeing to the specific set of propositions that he gave David. That's insane. And by the way, it doesn't even logically make sense. You have to draw the parallel of how Jay Dyer is responsible for how Muslims will use a specific agreed set to proposition in their own favor, how that's colluding with them.
Bring it into something that's actually parallel, because if you said David's a dumb douche who just called Jay Dyer fans a cult or something like that, anyone could conclude that. So doesn't mean that there's that actual a relevant connection there. So suppose the hypothetical Christian is calling you out. He says, he says, Andrew Wilson lies 80% of the time, therefore don't trust anything he says because it's probably a lie. And this is the guy who calls your wife a whore because he's extremely desperate and can't answer your objections, and he's
but these are still two different guys, right?
So he's going after your wife specifically because that's how enraged he is. And then he says,
very upset. Yes.
Andrew lies 80% of the time. And then Daniel Hakikachu, just because you burned him up in the debate and he's mad, goes on and says, yes, Jay, you are correct. Bingo. Andrew Wilson does lie 80% of the time. And then they go ahead and use that, say, see, even Daniel Hakikachu agrees with us Christians that Andrew lies 80% of the time. And then they use that. And you would say, well, he's not responsible for that just because they made up something and I agreed with what they made up. Doesn't mean that I'm responsible for them using what I said to confirm the lie.
You're baking in a bunch of things here, which is bizarre. The first thing you keep baking in is that, it's made up, right? You haven't demonstrated anything is made up.
You don't have to demonstrate. No one demonstrated that God logic's in this for the money, and that he's. If you're saying you believe it, guess what? Someone can believe. Do you think there are people who think you're a liar out there?
You would at least need to demonstrate that that person thinks they're lying. At the very least, for you to just be like, I just made it up. It's like, well, wait a second, what? I don't know that I would even say that you can't make an inductive reason argument. Like for instance, I like Avery. I like Avery a lot. Nice guy. I like talking to him on the phone. I like all of those guys.
You like that grifter, man?
Yeah, I like him fine. I'm the king of the grift, baby. Okay, I like Avery just fine.
Doesn't like the grifter.
Here's the thing that's funny though, right? Yeah, I'm not in a cult. I don't need to agree with everything Jay Dyer says in order to know that you're full of shit about this.
That's
so the
good.
first thing is that when we go to Avery though, this is where it gets really funny. So Avery does not actually tell us, like you don't, what your Christian denominations even are. None of you guys actually tell anybody that. So inductively, I understand why it is that Jay thinks that you're trying to cast the widest net possible in order to capture the largest amount of audience that you possibly can in order to gain money. That inductively makes sense to me. Is it true? I wouldn't say that it's true. I don't think that Avery does that. I don't think that that's the kind of guy he is. But inductively, I can't say that Jay has an unreasoned position, even if I disagree with it. What you've done is you've taken it a step further, though. You have said that Jay is purposely colluding with Darwinist rapists in order to undermine you, even though all that happened, in fact, is that he agreed with a specific set of propositions, and then you got upsetty spaghetti that Darwinists decided that they were going to use that against you. Like, that's fucking Jay's problem.
Yeah, the fact that you, I mean, of all the people in the world that you could agree with, you agree with the guy who's, let's just, I mean, I don't know how anyone would disagree with this. If you are so obvious, if you are so obviously enraged at someone that you just go after his wife and so on, probably not the most unbiased source of information on someone. And then if you go out and agree with that person on his next attack on Avery, which you can read in the context, is in response to the Orthobros. He's offering you guys something. He's trying to get you to agree with him. He's saying, "Hey, Orthobros, I see you're mad at Avery right now. Yeah, that's because guess what? He's a grifter. This is what," and he says this, and then you affirm it. It's not like they just independently come to.
You're just saying
agreement.
The same shit. You're not actually demonstrating this claim, though. You're not showing how Jay Dyer is responsible because he believes this thing, right? And somebody gave him a specific set of propositions he agreed with. He said, bingo, how it is that he's emboldening them or gave them permission to use this in order to hurt Christians everywhere. Jay Dyer has a specific job.
No. They were baiting you guys into agreeing with them. They were baiting them into agreeing with you, and then you did it.
Calm down, right? Whatever you think the nefarious evil trap was that Jay Dyer got sprung on him is irrelevant to whether or not he agreed to a specific set of propositions because he agreed with them. And then that's used against you. You don't like it. I get that, but you haven't demonstrated how Jay is now siding with him. Jay considers, because he's an Orthodox apologist, he doesn't consider most of the online Christians to be any better than most of the Muslims. He considers them to be Protestants just like they are, dogmatically. He might think that they have better moral propositions, because they do. And I think he would agree that they do. But that doesn't mean that dogmatically he thinks that they're correct. His great commission is to go after all false dogma, which would include yours, apostate prophets, all of the Darwinists, all of the Muslims. In fact, everybody who's not Orthodox. That's his commission. That's what he's there to do. That includes Avery. That includes Avery. Avery, now, I like Avery. It's not my commission to do this, but it is Jay Dyer's. If Jay Dyer has inductively reasoned out that he believes that Avery is a grifter, whether I agree that he's a grifter or not, the inductive reasoning for what Jay gave is fine. And if he agrees to a set of propositions and says, bingo, for you to say that he's going out to embolden a bunch of Muslims to destroy you is one step too far, and you can't seem to tie that together. When are you going to tie it together?
That's not what I'm saying, though. So let's change a little bit. If Dawa guys are tossing something out there, and I would say obviously fishing for an orthobro during the orthobro versus Avery controversy, and he's tossing something up, because they always do this. Anytime there's some conflict, they jump in there and they go after the person that
I don't care about their motivation.
Hang on, I just let you talk for like 4 minutes straight.
Yeah, but their motivation is irrelevant. You didn't let me talk.
I'm modifying it. I'm modifying it. So if these guys are obviously fishing, that has nothing to do with Jay, their motivation, but they're obviously fishing, trying to get the people who are already mad at Avery to help them. So they say, hey, Avery's a grifter. And what they want is some Christians to agree, yes, Avery is a grifter. And you go with it because you've made your inductive...
Because you agree?
Yeah, you
Because you agree.
go to them and
All right,
say,
I'm back.
you Dawa guys are absolutely correct.
Sorry, guys. My dog wears diapers now. Yo, board. Did you? Yes, I did watch the Strickland fight. Yeah, Megan Kelly is another one. I did watch the Strickland fight. SOB. It was a good ass fight, actually. I liked it a lot. Yeah, my dog has to wear diapers now, so I had to go let her out and put a diaper on her.
About this person that you're attacking because you can't answer.
Yeah.
That should be fine, right?
Yeah, so if
you
Darwinist,
agree with it, it should be fine.
Yeah,
Right?
let me just ask back the same exact question. So if a Darwinist says Gretchen Whitmer is a fucking piece of shit who ruined Michigan, and I went bingo, right? I am now affirming all Darwinist beliefs because they're setting a
I've
trap
never
or
said that.
something.
Quit strawmanning me. I've never said that he's responsible.
Okay,
that
then
he's
I'm
affirming that
assisting.
Muhammad's
Then
a
I'm
prophet.
assisting. Then I'm assisting
He's
them.
assisting them.
Assisting them.
He's assisting them discrediting Avery. It's already being used. They're already using. They're already using. You see.
How's
even
that
the
Jay's
Orthobros agree with us.
How's that Jay's
Because he went to them and agreed with them and affirmed this about this guy based on no evidence.
How is it his responsibility of what they do, which is nefarious with what he said? Did he say, go use this to discredit Avery? Can you show me that?
How are you not getting this? If they
How
said
are you
again,
not getting this?
again, if someone said 80% of what Andrew says is a lie, and it's not just a random person who's come to this conclusion. It's a person who is known for just making crap up about you. Daniel goes to him and says, "Bingo, you're absolutely correct. He lies 80% of the time."
Yeah.
And then they use this. You're saying there's no problem with him because there's no problem with him because they used it.
Yeah, if they use that to affirm ideology I did not agree with or agree to.
No, they're just affirming an attack on you. Is why no one should ever listen to you.
How the hell am I responsible for that? I wouldn't be responsible for that.
No, Daniel.
But I'm just interjecting myself here as the Daniel character, okay? Or somebody else, right? I'm on the receiving end of this. Can you tie in how Jay Dyer would be responsible for these guys using him saying bingo to them to a specific set of propositions? How the hell is it that Jay is now responsible for these guys using that in a nefarious way?
Because he handed it to them. He gave it to them.
Because
it's
he
just
agrees
like,
with them?
No, think. If let's suppose it's one isolated Christian who just hates you because you always bake this guy and he can't answer you. Sure. And again, he spends all his time calling your wife a whore because obviously he can't answer you, so he's just trying to attack you in any way. And then of all the people Daniel could go and agree with, he goes to this particular person who's been calling your wife a whore and therefore should be pretty darn obviously not the most reliable person and says bingo when the guy says you lie 80% of the time. You wouldn't see any connect. Like he has no Daniel would bear no responsibility for this being used to discredit you by those guys.
I know that you love philosophy, which is why it's so bizarre that you don't seem to understand basic logic. It is, in fact,
this isn't even logic.
It is logic. Actually, this is a logic.
Common sense here.
This is a logical induction. You're making an induction. How are you not? You're not making a logical induction here, David?
What are you even talking about?
I'm saying that you're saying event A leads to event B, which leads to event C. That's inductive reasoning. That's inductive logic.
That's not even what we're talking about.
Yes, it is.
It's bad to go to a person who has nothing but bad intentions and to affirm what they're claiming about someone when they are obviously just trying to discredit.
Yeah, but David, now you're making a normative claim. Yeah, that would be a normative claim. And so now that you're making a normative claim, that's at least logic, right? We're getting into the domain of logic, at least in ethics. No. Yes.
Not required for any
logic
of
here.
Someone.
No logic is required for you to make normative claims. Really.
It's a good one.
No, you don't need logic for normative claims.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. So you can go out. You can go out. You can go out to Andrew Wilson's worst enemy, affirm whatever that person is making up, believe it, and then that person can use what you said to discredit this person, even though it's all complete nonsense with no evidence, and you've done nothing incorrect. Bizarre. It's a good idea. Help the Dawa guys as much as possible.
I see. If any of you have a statement of agreement with anybody who doesn't like David Wood, You're not allowed to say anything to them about how you agree with them because they might use it nefariously against the beliefs of things
If someone is known for
that's your position.
If someone is known for making things up, going after people's families, things like that, and then you go and agree with that person's latest thing that he made up.
Yeah,
I think that's wrong.
Yeah, great. I'm glad that you vibed that out.
You seem to agree with that earlier, but now no.
Well, no, I agreed to a specific propositional set until we started giving it specifics, because I do that. I actually listen to the proposition, like the one that you gave me that I beat you on earlier, just like I'm beating you on this one, because you can't actually draw the logic to its conclusion. If it is the case that somebody, like I go right now and I say, David Wood's a lying fucking weasel, to some guy, some Darwinist who really fucking hates you and has also called you a lying fucking weasel, let's say. Are you saying that I am now responsible for emboldening Darwinists? And if so, how could I ever criticize you in such a way publicly where Darwinists couldn't use that against you, David?
If you went...
answer my question.
I am.
How could I ever... I'm going to be specific. How could I ever publicly fucking criticize you without worrying about Darwinists using it in a way which is critical of you, thus hurting the anti-Muslim message? Can you answer that? I want an answer to my question. How could I ever?
I'm not saying you can't criticize
you, David.
I'm not saying you can't criticize.
I want you to answer the question I'm asking.
It's got nothing to do with what I'm saying.
How could I ever criticize you?
What he doesn't understand is the reason that they're criticizing him is because they don't like him debating them, because he slaughters them in debates all the time. So when you're a Christian and you're helping a Muslim, try to take down a Christian who's slaughtering him in debates, it's kind of fucked up.
Ever. Where Darwinists couldn't use that against you as a criticism from the quote ortho bros publicly. How could I
That's
ever
not
do
what
that,
I'm saying.
David?
I'm not
asking you a question.
Dude, it's not what I'm freaking saying. I'm talking about going and agreeing with someone. No, you can criticize all you want. That's not affecting how people are using it. Oh my goodness.
I'm not asking if I can criticize you.
Can I say anything?
I'm not asking it. Hang on. I'm not asking if I can criticize you. I'm not asking any of these other things. I'm asking one question that I want an answer to. It's a question. I don't care about your
straw man.
It can't be a straw man.
I thought you know logic. Straw man.
It can't be a straw man if it's a question.
Then it's irrelevant.
It's
not what I'm saying. I'm not saying. Let me repeat for everyone. I'm not saying you can't criticize someone, or that if you do criticize someone, you're responsible for how people use that.
I'm going to ask the question.
It's not the situation. It's irrelevant. It's not the topic.
I'm going to ask the question.
It's not the topic.
It is the topic. How could I ever criticize David Wood?
You can. You can. You can do it. You can. No one's stopping you. Criticize me all you want. You can.
Not asking if I can. I'm asking how I ever could, without the potential of a Darwinist using it against you.
That's irrelevant. What are you even talking about?
Fucking question.
I don't understand what the heck you're talking about.
You don't understand this question?
No.
I'll ask it again in really small words.
How can you criticize me in a way that wouldn't be used by Dawa guys? You can't. They would use anything. They would use anything. What's your point?
Can't.
Now, great.
So,
nothing to do with the topic. Let's actually get back to the topic.
So let me make sure I got this right. So no matter what Jay said in criticism of Avery, Darwinists could have used that whether he responded to one or not.
They could have used that. Absolutely. They could have. They could have. Now let's talk about the actual situation of actively going out. Actively going out. Do you seriously not see the difference between you looking at someone saying, I think David is a total lying douche, and then Dawa guys using that, versus Dawa guys who, let's say, are calling my wife a whore, doxing my wife, saying they're going to grape her and stuff like that, and these guys, and then the next criticism that they make up about me, I go and I say, you guys are right on the money, and then they use that. You see no difference. You see no difference, Andrew.
I don't see any difference in the quote responsibility. See, if
I do. You seek out someone to affirm what they're saying. Now you're actually saying you guys are correct on this.
Let me know when I can answer. Here's the answer. The answer is really simple. If it is in fact the case that I bear responsibility for agreeing to a set of propositions with a Taoist, and then he uses that against you. If it is in fact the case that I just make a set of propositions and a Taoist agrees with them and uses that against you, you say one of those is okay and one of those isn't, which makes no fucking sense, David.
Yeah, I think it makes. So you're
think
saying there is
so,
no
huh?
difference? Okay, I think I'm just guessing here.
I'm
just
just talking
guessing
about the
here.
difference in responsibility. I don't get it. Makes no sense.
You see no difference in responsibility if I just say something about you independently of anyone else, and then a Dawa guy latches onto it and says, "Look, David is criticizing Andrew," versus me seeking out someone who's dedicated his life to making things up about you, and then when he makes something up about you, it just happens to be something I agree with, and I say, "Hey, dude, you are absolutely correct. That person and his intentions in doing this should play no role and don't affect this at all if I go out to him and agree with him and say, my goodness, you're right on the money on this with this guy right here."
So to get this right, I just want to make sure I got this right then.
We're going to have to agree to disagree here if you think that's fine.
No, hang on. I just want to get this last set of propositions correct. What you're saying here is that as long as Jay Dyer hadn't agreed with the Muslim, but had independently said, I believe that Avery's a fucking grifting piece of shit, and a Muslim had said bingo, then it would be okay, right?
No, it would be wrong for a different reason.
Well, okay, so then
it's a different
so
situation.
Really,
but
what
that's not the situation. That's not the situation we're talking about right now.
So then, really, what you're upset with here, then, just to make sure I got this correct, is that because you just said that there's a different burden of responsibility.
How are we all doing tonight, everybody? Appreciate you guys talking about it. Let's watch something else. It's a good debate. Eastman is nearest to turn on Donnie's protest collapse. It's all gone. Liberal groups intercept airdrop. What?
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. And of course, here's the meme of the day brought to you by FiveMind.com. You know, it's moments like these that I think really put things into perspective for me, and frankly, really heighten my respect and appreciation for someone like President Trump. You know, there's so many naive assumptions that come from the establishment political class, and one that you see very often is the importance of our allies. Oh, our allies. So many of these typical establishment politicians put all of these different groups in different countries on a pedestal. They can do no wrong. These are the most important relationships that America depends on. But so many of these important relationships are simply one-sided, and that's the beauty of this Trump term. He's putting all of these supposed mutually beneficial relationships to the test. We saw that, of course, with our NATO allies. What an absolute failure that's been, both on the tariff issue and the Iran issue. And now we're seeing the exact same thing with the Kurds, as it appears they've been stabbing us in the back. You know, a lot of those Starlink terminals that Elon Musk was sending, and also the weapon deliveries that President Trump has been sending to the Iranian people. Yeah, well, turns out the Kurds, who are highly adored in Washington, who always get such incredible praise, are very important allies in the region. Well, they've been stealing the packages. This is an absolutely wild betrayal. And once again, President Trump is revealing the truth of these supposed mutually beneficial relationships. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so Trump has actually been talking about this for a while.
Mr. President, you said you send weapons to help Iranian demonstrators. Some source claims these weapons are in Suleimania, in Iraqi Kurdistan. Do you confirm that? And as you said, they will pay a big price?
I'm not happy with the delivery of the weapons. I'm not thrilled with it. But a small amount of weapons were sent, and we'll see who has them. But I'm not happy with what happened with the Kurds. The Kurds did not deliver the weapons.
The people are watching it. They want to go out on the streets. They have no weapons. They have no guns. We thought the Kurds were going to give us weapons, but the Kurds disappointed us. The Kurds take. They have a great reputation in Congress. Congress says, oh, they fight so hard. No, they fight hard when they get paid. So I'm very disappointed in the Kurds. But they were given. I said it wasn't going to work, by the way. I just have to say it. I disagreed with what they did. They gave it. I said, they'll never get there. And I was right. I like to be right. In this case, too bad. But we sent some guns with ammunition. and it was supposed to be delivered, but they kept it. I said, they're going to keep it.
You know, we really got to stop operating on assumptions of good faith as if everyone's going to be there or going to have our back in the end. Because when you operate with that mentality, you end up fish food. You're what's for dinner. And really, I think that speaks to the beauty of Trump's leadership. I think he understands this very clearly. You know, unlike Bill Clinton, who allowed China into the WTO, unlike Joe Biden, who said, China's coming to eat our lunch? Give me a break, man.
China is going to eat our lunch? Come on, man.
Not to mention left-wing immigration policy. Just open the border to the world's masses and everything's gonna be hunky-dory. And crime goes up, gangs set up shop, you got massive criminal networks entering the country, not to mention the welfare dependence and welfare fraud. You just can't operate under these naive assumptions that everybody else, and especially people who have completely, sometimes diametrically opposed worldviews, values, and interests, whether that's on an individual level or on a national level when dealing with foreign countries, even if you have close historic ties, when push comes to shove, they will shove you off the frickin' edge. And really, I think that kind of speaks to the mistakes that were made in Iran, especially from the Obama administration.
This should have been done by Obama. He went the other way. He was giving them cash. He sent plane loads of Boeing 757, took the seats out, and put green cash. 1.7 billion in the plane.
Yep.
Every bank in Virginia, D.C., and Maryland was stripped of their cash. They took out all the cash from the banks. They put it into a plane, a Boeing 757 packed with cash, and they flew it to Iran, and they let these guys just, I don't know what the hell they did with it, but they took it and then gave them billions and billions of dollars and bribed them basically to be friends. And after giving them tens of billions of dollars, they screwed Obama.
Billions of dollars, massive pallets of cash sent to Iran under the assumption that they would play nice, that they would moderate. Are we surprised that Russia and
what the fuck? Can't trust none of these scumbags.
China have no interest in playing nice with us? It's time to stop with this nonsense and play frickin' hardball, and that's exactly what Donald Trump is. That's what he represents, and it's a breath of fresh air if you ask me. And I think it really comes down to one thing, something that Trump uniquely understands, and that's that the only real currency that applies in these types of situations is strength, power, commanding respect, not showing weakness and expecting not to be abused. You know, it's something that you should learn really early in your life. Your parents should teach you this when you're going to school and you're a young kid. Don't let people walk all over you. If you have to, you know, even swing, in defense at least. Protect yourself, stand your ground. And of course, what happens every time you do? You got a bully at school trying to mess with you. If you're an easy target, if you're a mental weakling, they'll continue to abuse you. But the moment you stand up for yourself, all of a sudden, that person will never mess with you ever again. And that applies to foreign policy as well. I think it applies to all of these relationships. It applies to immigration as well. You know, you want to have proper immigration, integration, assimilation. You can't throw your hands in the air, adopt a totally laissez-faire attitude, and assume that people who come from completely different cultures who don't have the same cultural standards, as if they're just going to come in and willingly adopt your lifestyle, your traditions, your views. Now, you need a nudge a little bit, you know? And when it comes to crime and the fraud...
I'm all them motherfuckers. Peace out. See ya. Yeah, that was bullshit. No, they won't. That's why it has... I ain't watching either one of them fucking weirdos. Who the hell is JD Delay? I don't know who that is. I wanted to watch this.
Nick, Shirley, and got absolutely toasted for it. We will be showing you the full beatdown on the show today, and if that wasn't enough,
Do you think Candace won't do anything about the cheating? No, dude, never. They make too much money off of it.
Also gets exposed for milk.
People are going to play, as long as people play the game and spend money on the bundles, it don't fucking matter, dude. They don't give a shit about cheating. Why would they do anything about it when people still spend all that money?
Charlie Kirk's assassination in a brutal compilation. We will be also showing that. Stick around to the end of the show as well, because Benjamin Netanyahu went on 60 Minutes and said Israel is done taking foreign aid from the U.S. So one of the common themes of Candace Owens' show is that she promises the smoking gun in Charlie Kirk's assassination case over and over and over again. But what I think a lot of people have forgotten is just how long and how many times she has done this. So Nathan Livingston, bless his heart, just came out with a brutal video that proves this. Take a look.
But it does feel like you are drip feeding us the information that you have about Charlie's death and the betrayals around him, episode by episode. Are you unable to lay it out all at once for us? Yes, I am obviously drip feeding. There's another theory that I'm still looking into that has been presented that I think is definitely interesting.
Who is that? Is that a streamer? Let's look him up. Script. Yeah. This guy? He's live right now. You think he's cheating? I don't know. I don't get into the whole cheating stuff. I'm not even that good at the game myself. So, like, I don't even get into, like, that whole cheating. I don't know who the hell's cheating. I usually just report people when they're fucking annoying.
This guy's no strafe on his gun. Not really a fan of his loadout, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's legit. Oh. I was about to say, that didn't seem... He's pretty good.
Probably will have more on that maybe tomorrow or the next day. Another piece of this puzzle that I find to be fascinating. I will have more for you guys next week. We'll have more for you tomorrow. We will have more for you tomorrow. Some other stuff that I've been holding close to my chest. So much more is going to be exposed, and we're going to get into that more tomorrow. Incredibly interesting, and we're going to get more into that in tomorrow's episode. Holiday thing, which I'll get into tomorrow.
That's crazy, because when I talk about stuff... DS4, okay. It's crazy, because when I talk about stuff, I try to talk about it in full. Like, bitch, if you weren't grifting...
Tomorrow, we're going to get into a Russian and Ukrainian angle here for some reason, some way, somehow. We'll see. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to jump back into the timeline because I've got some amazing little factoids to add to it. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will have... more explosive information and revelations. Again, we're working on a very, very big lead tomorrow that I believe that we should be able to present tomorrow. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow I will show you. I was having recurring dreams about the fact that he was betrayed, and we will jump more into that narrative tomorrow. Something happened at Fort Huachuca, and tomorrow we're going to dive deeper. We're going to get into that tomorrow, because tomorrow we're obviously going to get into her pageant days. I will tell you more about that tomorrow. He actually said more than that, actually, but we're fishing, right? So let's be patient. I've actually been sitting on this for a little bit over a week, been intentionally setting bait, giving a little bit of information. Oh, I spent time setting a lot of bait. A lot of bait has been set, and we'll see what we get. A lot's going to be revealed, like I said. Like I said, even that I've been sitting on for a while, and I will have more for you on that next week. To be clear, I might actually release a name every day this week. It's only Monday, folks. I've actually discovered a lot more, but it's only Monday. We've discovered more, by the way, but you know, it's only Tuesday. So we'll give you more. We'll give you more tomorrow. Anyways, more on that later. More on that later. We'll have more on that later. More on that later. More on that later. Like I said, more on that later. More on that later. I'll have a timeline for you. We will have more on Robbie Hild on Monday. But that, I promise you, I will actually have on Monday. So yeah, it's getting very interesting. We'll see you guys then. The truth is going to come out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I am going to get to the bottom of why he lost his life and who was behind it. So stay tuned. And I expect that when we get back, I'm going to have even more explosive revelations for you. You're absolutely doing this for Charlie Kirk. I hate to leave you on a cliffhanger. I don't actually hate to leave you on a cliffhanger. It brings you back. We'll see you tomorrow.
It is truly shocking to me that she still has fans that tune into every single episode and don't see that as a red flag. They do not see that and think it's a bad thing. Candace is obviously a false prophet, a cult leader. This is what they do. They keep promising, they never fulfill. But the disguise that she puts on every morning is an investigative journalist. That's what she tries to prove to her audience. To anyone outside of her audience, we see it as a joke, and that is where we're going to focus today's show. Candace Owens wants to be the ultimate investigative journalist while not doing any investigative journalism at all. All she does is sit in her studio and takes anonymous tips from her fans that she doesn't vet at all. Sometimes she just makes up data points. And part of her plan to look like an investigative journalist is to attack the real people who are doing investigative journalism. Because if those people are around, it is very apparent that Candace does not resemble them at all. And it's very easy to prove she's a phony just by comparing her to them side by side. So one of these people that she is trying to discredit right now is Nick Shirley. Probably one of the best investigative journalists right now in the world. Here was Candace from a couple of months ago saying she didn't believe the work that he was doing.
Largest favela in a destroyed house, interviewing gang members of one of the largest gangs in Brazil.
Okay, I'm just going to say I don't believe that at all. I'm sorry. I just, it's so stupid. I'm not even going to tell you why I don't believe it. It's like if you don't know that that's stupid, that he infiltrated the gang in 48 hours. That's so dumb. I'm so tired of dumb. That's not how that works. Okay?
I don't understand it, SOB. Is it because that Trump's going to be gone in a couple of years and they got to find another person to grift off, another, ideology to grift off of? I just don't get it.
To gangs on the street as a nice-looking white boy with a camera and say, hey, I just wanted to sort of see what you're doing here. What's going on?
It is dumb to Candace because she does not understand investigative journalism. As I'll show you, Nick claps back. He tweeted this out, replying to Candace Owens, said, "Here you go, Candace. Here is the full favela video that you cannot comprehend is real, lol. More dangerous than any of your, quote, family reunions, I'd hope. Didn't know you were built so favela-like and dangerous, but respect." So he's making fun of her. I'll show you the clip that he's making fun of in just a second. But he's making fun of her for essentially coming out and just saying she does not understand what Nick is capable of doing. Nick also talked about Candace recently on Patrick Bet-David's podcast. Here is Candace reacting to that.
Yeah, I know for sure.
Just saying that's fake. And I'm like, well, maybe these podcasters would actually leave their podcast studios, no offense, Pat, they'd leave their podcast studios and go and do journalism. They'd actually see stuff just sometimes just happens.
It was that last part that really sent me because it's just so LOL. And then this whole why don't you try to do real journalism and leave your basement from podcasting? Alex Clark kind of backed this up too because she can't miss an opportunity. Turning Point can't miss an opportunity because I think I took from them what they believe.
Why'd she have to go back to Erica Kirk and Turning Point? Who gives a fuck? It has nothing to do with Nick Shirley.
Leave is rightfully theirs. But she wrote this. Nick Shirley is a real journalist. Candace Owens is not. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're in a podcast. We're in the basement. Hey, Nick, so the reason why we know that doesn't make sense, actually, is because you have to be the most sheltered person in the world to even have to need it to be explained to you why that's not plausible, okay? It's not a job.
How do you know how sheltered he is? Do you know this kid's everyday life? This bitch is makes herself look like such a retard.
Okay, people just live in these scenarios. People, literally, I have five-year-olds in my family who have seen more and lived through more.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I'd rather Erica Kirk just go sit the fuck down and raise her damn kids. But I don't, I'm not, mad at her. I'm not mad at anybody, but Candace Owens, she just comes off as a fucking dumbass, bro,
Shut up, bitch!
More than you've probably ever lived through in your life. The circumstance itself did not happen. And I cannot tell you how much it frustrates me that you're pretending that I'm coming from a position of privilege when it's actually the exact opposite. You couldn't do this in Chicago. You couldn't do this in Detroit. Forget in a favela in Brazil. Places like that, which I have Brazilians in my family, you don't even go to parts in Brazil without having someone who is from that place and from that neighborhood.
No, but you dumb bitch. But if you watched Brandon Buckingham or Tommy G or any of them, they go in situations that most people don't go in, but they're willing to let them come in and view it because they want to get that shit out there. Dinner with another man already? I don't care about all that.
So no, it's not about podcasting in my basement. I actually
Yeah, I
lived
don't care
a
about
lot
all
of
that. That's
life,
her
Nick
personal
Shirley,
life.
before I got to podcasting.
What
in my
that bitch does with her personal life is on her. I just think she needs to stay out of the spotlight and go raise her kids.
basement before I was married, before I had children. In fact, I moved down to South America for 2 months to learn Spanish with very strict instructions. The school that I enrolled in, don't wear any jewelry, don't.
But you didn't go down there as an investigative journalist, you dumb bitch.
Wear any makeup, don't look American. You don't just go down there, as I said, and why I'm pointing out the fact that you are a white boy is because you don't look like them. The whole idea when you're down there is to blend in, not to come with the camera, a Mormon kid from Utah with the camera. Hey, what's the most dangerous game in this favela? Can I infiltrate in 48 hours? It just didn't happen. It didn't even kind of happen.
Nick is absolutely right. I am sitting in my basement right now, and I can say that the work that Nick Shirley is doing is way more important than my podcast.
No,
really, I can really honestly say that.
I don't
we talk
see
about
it.
important things on the show.
I
When
think
Nick
that's just the black pillars trying to spread that that thing. I mean, you never know at the end of the day, but if you pay attention to all the stuff that's going on with the kid that got caught, it doesn't seem like it.
Shirley is doing
unless she
on
had
another
him.
level.
No, you can
Not
say
even
that.
close.
I don't know.
If I could say, listen to my show or Nick Shirley, if you only have 30 minutes to listen to something, go listen to Nick Shirley. For real. He is on the ground doing the work. He's fantastic.
Yeah, I
and
love
Candace
Nick Shirley.
knows that too. But you can see in that video, it cuts her to the core. She is offended. She
Yeah.
lashes out. Instead of just humbly agreeing, it's not hard. Look at what he's done. Look at how Tim Walz stepped down
Because
from
of
his
him.
candidacy because of what he's done. He has had real impact
Yeah.
in America. But instead of just admitting that,
And these people are mad because they do everything to grift and try to get rid of Trump. It's not working, but Nick Shirley can go do one video and Tim Walz automatically steps down as governor. Fucking crazy, bro. And they say that the fraud isn't real.
she doubles down because she's a narcissist.
Yeah.
And you can see in that video she is really ticked that she's been called out by someone who is actually doing the work that she pretends to be doing. As I've talked about in the past, kind of addressing exactly what Candace said, Candace does not understand who Nick Shirley is. Nick Shirley, like myself, a Utah boy. He actually went to school with my wife. He, grew up very close to where I'm living right now. And he served a Spanish-speaking mission, also like myself. And anyone who has served a mission knows that talking to gangs is very easy. It's really not that hard, especially if you speak the language they speak, or if it's Portuguese and Spanish like the favelas, it's basically the same thing. It's really not that hard to communicate with a Portuguese speaker, especially if it's Brazilian Portuguese. I'm not sure about Portugal Portuguese. I'm sure it's
crazy, bro.
a little different. Frankly, I don't know how well I'd be able to speak to
Shit's ridiculous.
a Spaniard, since my Spanish is learned from Mexico. So even the same languages, it's hard enough. But anyone who serves a mission knows talking to gangs is very easy.
Secret
It's one of the
Service.
largest groups we talk to on our missions, frankly. If you can't speak Spanish, they can be dangerous. I understand why Candace Owens is looking at this and saying, how does someone talk to the favelas? But for the most part, so long as you speak Spanish, their language, and you're kind
I feel like he needs to prove to her just so she has to apologize.
of just chill and
If
you have
not,
a local with
if
you
not, I'd sue the fuck out of her.
that contacts the gang, you're good. Like, this is not hard to believe at all. They're willing to talk to you. They want to be on camera. They want to show what they do. Many
Yeah.
of them are super chill, just being totally honest. Some of them are really scary. I would not go to the Nueva Generacion cartel in Michoacan, for example. That would probably get Nick Shirley killed. But there are other ones that are a lot more chill. And they have certain incentives, and if you can find out what those are, you can exploit them for good investigative journalism. That's what Nick Shirley did. Again, Candace would know that if she had ever done investigative work, but she hasn't. She's so ignorant to how real investigative journalism works that Nick's work just confounds her. She sees it and cannot believe it. She cannot believe that real work could actually be done like that because she knows that her work is fraudulent. That's what's so funny about this. Her only conclusion, therefore, is that Nick is also fraudulent. She is projecting. She's seeing this feat that he has pulled off. And she is comparing herself to him, thinking, but I've done amazing things, and I know that I'm fraudulent, so he must be fraudulent too. And unknowingly, she admits that she's a fraud, and that she knows she's a fraud. So I think it gives us a really good window into who she is, how she thinks. Again, we need more Nick Shirleys. We need less Candace
Similar to
Owens.
Taylor
Guys,
Swift,
I've had a
you're
lot of
not
sponsors
lying,
on the
bro.
show, but none of them have.
In fact, I'll guarantee a majority of Candace Owens viewers are Swifties.
Been as tasty as pancake now. I showed you last week. These are all the flavors that I have. They've got pancake now, cookies, and cream. They're empty because I ate all of them. Right here we've got chocolate, peanut butter. Right here we've got cinnamon swirl. They are so good. Clean label ingredients. Great. But there is not. It is. You can eat it hot. You can eat it cold. They're so good for kids. But, you know, if you wanted to save it for yourself, I wouldn't blame you. That's what I do. Again, they use monk fruit to keep the sugar content low. There is no high fructose corn syrup. Tastes like there would be around 25 grams of sugar in it, but there is not. It is all sweetened with maple syrup and monk fruit. Fantastic. Go check them out right now at pancakenow.com. I put a link in the description below as well. Benjamin Netanyahu just went on 60 Minutes, and it has gone viral. Specifically for this clip I'm going to show you here, Bibi is asked if he thinks the U.S. should keep giving Israel money, and here's what he says.
Do you believe it's time for the state of Israel to re-examine and possibly reset its financial relationship to the United States, meaning what the United States provides to Israel on an annual basis?
Absolutely. And I've said this to President Trump. I've said it to our own people.
Brandon Taylor is close friends with Candace Owens. Even he has called her out. Yeah, I know.
What are you saying?
I want to.
I've seen that, dude.
Draw
Rightfully
down to
so.
zero the American financial support, the financial component of the military cooperation that we have, because we receive $3.8 billion a year, and I think that it's time that we weaned ourselves from the remaining military support.
Can you give me a timetable?
I said, let's start now and do it over the next decade, over the next 10 years, but I want to start now. I don't want to wait for the next Congress. I want to start now.
I like that.
So before I show you the next clip, I want to say this is honestly my position on Israel as well. You know, I personally really believe that the U.S.-Israeli alliance is incredibly important, but I think the U.S. needs to reposition itself with Israel
Yeah,
into
I'm not a fan of them either.
Alliance with security guarantees. I think there should be.
I don't hate all these Jews like everybody else does. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it. I don't want us to be funding them. But everybody just seems to hate them, and it's like a victimhood mentality. Everybody just blames they have a problem. Oh, it's the Jews' fault. Like, no, dude, we're our own problems. I'm my own problem. You're your own problem. Like, we're all our own problems. The Jews aren't my problem. I just don't understand it.
Security guarantees for Israel. I think what the U.S. gets out of that is fantastic intel, and I think an ally in the Middle East is fantastic, considering we don't have any other allies like Israel. The intelligence cooperation is something that needs to remain steady without the dollar amount. Because while it's true that Israel gives most of our foreign aid back,
Dude, I follow this kid Lance. He's he's like a pretty up there content creator. He's a younger kid. And he was just in Israel. I'm like, man, that place looks nice. Everyone seems cool.
In the form of weapons payments. My fear for this is that this is a way for United States senators to essentially launder money through Israel back to the military-industrial complex. Again, not really Israel's fault. It's the military-industrial complex's fault. And I think Netanyahu sees that, and he's seeing the PR against them because of the money we send him, and he's thinking, we don't need it, we don't want it. When I was in Israel, the people there were incredibly nice. They all love Americans. Another reason why I want to be allied with Israel, by the way. Show me another group of people in that area, or frankly, like anywhere in the world, that loves America as much as they do. It's pretty simple. If they love America, probably just align with them. But they love Americans, but some of them did talk to me about feeling like a colony. Like they weren't really their own sovereign nation. So if I were Israeli, I'm not, I'm just American. But if I were an Israeli, frankly, I would want to stop getting aid from America, because America largely controls Israel.
It's the Iranian government. Yep, it's the government.
Because of it. It's kind of funny. People out there talk about how Donald Trump is controlled by Israel. I've debated people about this in the past. We have tremendous leverage over Israel because of the money we send them. And Trump routinely makes them do things they would rather not do. So it is quite the opposite. of what Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens and Thomas Massey and all of those people say. It is Trump controlling Israel. If I was Israel, I wouldn't want that. So I think weaning them off while solidifying our alliance in other ways could be quite mutually beneficial. Another part of the 60 Minutes interview that enraged many of the anti-Israel podcasters was this part, where Netanyahu said bots were attacking Israel online. Here's a clip from Megyn Kelly's show of him saying that.
That basically manipulated social media with bot farms, with fake addresses, to break the American sympathy to Israel, to break the American-Israeli alliance, because they think it's in their interests. And they do it in a clever way. You know, it's like you hear a text message. I'm a red-blooded Texan. I always supported Israel, but I can't stand what they're doing. I'm turning against Israel. And then you trace the address to some basement in Pakistan, you know. And that's something that has hurt us badly.
Now, this enraged many people, including Megyn Kelly, who said that this was just baseless, that he was just saying this, and that what he was really doing was discrediting true Americans who hate Israel. That is total BS. This has been widely documented. The anti-Israel online space is majority Pakistani bots. It is very clear. There's been very clear metadata analyses on this. We can see that most of the hate is coming from Malaysia, from Pakistan, and Iran is trying to also, I think, we haven't seen the metadata track back to Iran, but I think there's a lot of data out there showing that Iran has actually paid these data centers in Pakistan to funnel the hate and the division online when it comes to the U.S.-Israeli alliance. In addition to this 60-minute interview, the Daily Mail came out with a very harrowing piece on their website that I wanted to share with you guys. It's a new report that details what Hamas did to many of the women who were abducted on October 7th. And the reason I want to share this with you is because one of the things that people who are against the Israeli-U.S. alliance say is that Israel is not justified in going after the terrorists in the region, and that Israel is really the nefarious force, that they are the real violent ones, the real terrorists, and that Israel is the real instigator. This article disproves it. And I'm just going to share a piece of it with you, and then I'll show you where to find it, because it's 180 pages long. But fair warning, I will have to censor some of the things in the article so YouTube does not censor this video. It is quite brutal stuff. So this is from the Daily Mail. They have summarized this, again, 180-page article. And it starts off like this. Among the mutilated and butchered bodies of young women slaughtered on October 7th, it was their colorful, polished nails that...
Here's something I will never understand. Israel never find the money to build America better. I know, dude.
Many of the morgue staff remember.
The world
because
is a
Hamas-led
crazy
terrorists
place,
had
bro.
not just executed these women, they had deliberately and
I mean, we're still making our stuff better and better. You know what I mean?
systematically defiled them, as the most comprehensive account of the atrocity
But I
released
don't
by
disagree.
the Civil Commission to
I would much rather us not fund any of this bullshit anymore.
Day shows. And this is where it gets really brutal. So again, if you're weak of heart, maybe you want to turn it off.
So
But think
I
it's
agree
important
with
for
you.
people
I would
to
much
hear
rather
stuff
us
like
not
this. And
fund
again, I'm
any
just
of
going to
this.
read for a second. But it says, the terrorists shot their eyes, their faces, their breasts, and even targeted their most intimate parts to destroy their beauty and rob their loved ones of a final goodbye. Women were stripped, bound, burned. They were executed both during and after, assaulted amid a violent group in which 1,200 people were killed and 250 taken hostage. Heads were taken off, pelvic bones were shattered. Even after death, assault continued. A grotesque medieval obsession with organs pervaded the crime scenes, the Nova Festival, and the kibbutzim near Gaza. Now, for context, if you haven't been watching me for very long, I've been to the Nova Festival. I was there when the hostages were released back in October of this past year, in 2025. I've also been to the kibbutzim near Gaza. I have personally been to kibbutz Nir Oz and met with a lot of people there, met with a lot of survivors of October 7th. I went to Gaza from Nir Oz, and I have personally met with a lot of people who lost their family members in October 7th, and they've corroborated the things that we're reading in this article. Essentially, it goes on to talk about individual women who, again, it's not that they were just assaulted, but that they were tortured.
Yeah.
And it's not that they saw their friends who
I've
were
always
murdered,
said the
it's that they were murdered and then
nations-
their
yeah,
body
dude.
parts were mutilated afterward. And so
The
I guess the reason why I
Rothschilds, the
share this
fucking
is because
Black
there is
Rock,
a
all that
misunderstanding
shit,
in the
bro.
West especially among the left, but some on the right, unfortunately, that the people in the Palestinian Authority or in Gaza are the same as you and I, that they have Western values, that they think the same way, that when we go to war with them, they're going to treat us the same way that that we treat them. That is not true. It is a fundamental misunderstanding of human nature. They are not the same. When we go to war and casualties happen, we do not mutilate the bodies of the people who died afterward. We do not do that. It is not reported. Israel does not do that. The United States does not do that. Hamas did that. I've included a link in the description to the full 180-page report. Again, I've included this because I think people need to understand why the U.S.-Israeli alliance is so important. I'm including it so people who think Israel is the instigator of this conflict can read another side of history. So if you're one of those people and you're watching this show, first off, I want to thank you for watching, because I know that I'm sharing a narrative that does not go in line with what you probably believe. But I invite you to read that page, those 180 pages report.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you've met with him, that you've spoken with him multiple
All right,
times,
have a good
do you
one,
still
brother.
think he's a fascist?
Appreciate you.
And do you tell him that?
Yes. And if we do not go down the first path, the city will be forced down a second, more harmful path. Faced with no other choice, the city would have to exercise the only revenue lever fully within our own control. We would have to raise property taxes.
You can't tax people out of New York. When you tax people out of New York, you never get them back. They think they're going to get them back. Like she's trying to get them back now. It's a very dangerous thing that's happening right now.
Summertime expenses in 2026 are stacking up faster than ever. For those pricey family vacations and record gas prices to looming tuition and camp fees, for many of us, it feels like the only option.
All right, everybody. I think on that note, I'm going to end it. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out tonight. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.